start the show. We got to start the show. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We have got a hell of a show for you here on episode number 125. We have got the motherfucking JaeBoy up in this hoe. Say hey, JaeBoy.
Hey, JaeBoy.
Did you just fucking censor yourself?
I did, because I'm a guy that does weird things.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So we've had JaeBoy on once before. We're really excited to talk to him again. We had such a great time with you last time, man. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And we are
The Funky Panther!
Woo. Hell yeah.
Damn, man. Oh, feels good.
Oh,
Just feels good.
Feels so good to be back,
How
man.
you doing?
Dude, I'm fine.
Well done. Well done. Moving on.
That joke has
I'm
been
fine.
laid on to me so many fucking times. I have to just embrace it at this point.
I did it the entire night over at Tulips.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The entire night. I just was like, hey, in the end, you know,
It doesn't even matter.
I was like, you're going to be fine.
I just kept looking at him
I was like,
shut the fuck up.
I'm fine. You're going to be fine.
It's like in Party Down where he had that famous commercial. If you've seen Party Down on Showtime, and everyone's like, "Hey, do the line." Are we having fun yet? So it's like one of those things.
Have you seen the new one yet? Has it come out?
I think it has, but I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
I'm pretty. I
excited.
loved the old
Yeah,
one.
it was awesome. It was like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
forever ago.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with you, JaeBoy. What have you been up to, man, the past week or so? What have you been up to?
It has been a fucking roller coaster of a week. So first off,
So you went to Six Flags.
I d-
Where's the old man? Old man, hey, special guest, hey. It's the old man.
Old man.
It's the old man. No, so first things foremost, I have got an album coming out this fucking week. I am
Hey,
so
yes, sir.
damn excited. It has been 3 years in the making. I am just exhausted, but we're here now.
Yeah.
The album comes out March 3rd. It's called I'm Fine. That's where the joke comes from all the time, where it's, hey, JaeBoy, how you doing? I'm fine. But yeah, March 3rd, I'm fine. And also, there is a release party. I think I've told you this.
I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm
there is a release party at the studio that I recorded the entire album.
Yeah.
It's going to be on March 5th. And that's pretty much all I know about it right now. I mean,
Are you inviting people? Or are
I
you
am
just
def-
letting-
I'm- no,
Are you
I'm
making
inviting
people
people.
feel like shit because like we're gonna have a great time? You're not invited.
yeah, you're
but-
not invited.
You
No.
won't be there. We'll have pictures.
Yeah, we're gonna have pictures. No, so basically we're gonna be at the studio. It's gonna be from like I think 6 to 8.
Yeah.
We're gonna have pictures, meet and greets, questions, album listens.
Wait, do we get to meet JaeBoy?
You get to
Do we?
Yes.
If I go?
Yeah,
Do
you
I
get to meet the
JaeBoy?
actual the JaeBoy. You get to
Okay.
meet him. This isn't JaeBoy.
What about
This,
Super Saiyan Jay? Will
it's-
he be there?
He'll
Make an appearance?
yeah.
I want to meet Super
I'll pull
Saiyan
him out
Jay.
of 2019 and bring him
Nice.
back over here.
I'd love to.
Nah, what? Did I hear noise? Is that what I heard? Okay.
Tim's over here messing
Tim's
with
doing
his
like a
toy
million
again.
things. Like
Yeah. But yeah, no, album release March 3rd. It's gonna be super dope. I've just been living life at this point, just so excited that the album's being released and all that fun stuff.
Hell yeah, man. We're super excited about it. And we'll talk about it more because I want to get into some of the tracks and some of the ideas and some of the
Ooh.
concepts and stuff like that. So
Most definitely.
we'll get into that a little bit more. But let's just talk about this past week.
This
Because
past
you did
week.
have a little show, right? I know that for
Yes,
sure.
I did
But
have
over
a
the past
show.
week, what have you been up to?
So,
Yeah. Tell us.
Tim was there, so he
Tim-
wants to get into it.
I
definitely-
want to get into it.
yeah, Tim was there. I opened up a show for 88 Killa. He's a rapper, Fort Worth local.
and podcaster now.
And is he really?
No shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard the first. He
Dude.
has like maybe 5 episodes, and I heard the first one, and I loved it. And I'm
So-
yeah, it's
Really?
very good.
Do you know what's his podcast called?
Killing with Killa, killing it with Killa,
Killing It with Killa.
yeah.
KKK. It's done that on purpose. So his name is 88 Killa,
Yeah.
which 88 is a reference typically on the white supremacist side to HH, which is Heil Hitler.
Right.
So he's done this on purpose to fucking take that number back, take the Yeah.
Take the shit away
Oh.
from
Take
it.
the shit away from it.
That's cool as fuck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So where's the killing?
Killing it with killer.
Killing it with killer.
There's only 2 Ks.
Killing,
Keeping it
keeping it.
something. Man, I'll have to look it up.
No, so
I get what you're
It's
saying.
3Ks
though.
though.
So he's trying to take it back to where he's like taking away the bullshit, trying
Yeah.
to make it like not okay. No, one's,
No,
no one's
not
making it
okay, but like
this. I don't know.
Like if somebody was like, I'm gonna look for racist podcasts and found 88 Killer and be like, oh yeah, that sounds good. And
Right.
then let's do like, oh shit.
Oh, this is not what I was looking for. Right. Good for him.
oops. On the group chat, why the glass cleaner? Sorry.
Because that's what Javier uses to clean this wooden table.
No.
That's what you use to mix all this alcohol with.
Yeah.
The
We
White
are-
Claw with the glass.
We're
cleaner.
huffing it.
You know how you
later.
used to huff stuff like back in high school and middle school? We're
Yeah.
gonna do that right now.
It's like the Sharpies.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I used to do that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I was into pills, yeah, I used to totally do that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Y'all remember whenever I went to that skating event in Halloween a few months ago? I went to like the skating thing with Sarish in like North
I'm
Dallas
sorry.
or something like that.
Keeping it cool with Killer.
Okay,
but,
keeping it cool.
but the K is
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
KOOL.
So
Keeping it cool.
Keeping also spelled traditional keeping it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
The I
Doug, you
N,
spelled
but you dropped the T at the end.
I got it. I understand.
Killer spelled K.
Okay, Jesus Christ, dude, we understand. All right, so a few months ago, I went to the skating event,
Yeah.
and 88 Killa actually emceed the thing, and I didn't actually realize at the time because I hadn't heard a lot of his stuff, and then he's been coming up a lot more on social media, and now he's with Amplify 817 as well, which is cool. And this was an Amplify 817 show, wasn't it? Am I
Yes,
wrong? Yeah,
it was.
okay.
It was an Amplify 817 show. He headlined, and then he had a couple of openers. It was me, a girl named Sky that I just met. He pulled out Collie, who was a feature on one of 88 Killa's tracks. I don't know the name of it at the top of my head. I'm a fake fan, whatever. And there was another guy. He had a homie come out, and then Bogus.
Bogus the Kid.
Yeah, Bogus the Kid. He was really good.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yes.
I
So-
fuck with him heavy.
I've
Bogus
been wanting
is
to see
really
him.
fucking good.
I met him one time at a bar on 7th, and we were just talking, and he was like, "Oh, you're from the Funky Panther." And I was like, "Yeah, who are you?" And he's like, we like got to a really good conversation, and ever since we like kind of like mess around on social media and stuff, but I haven't got to see him perform.
Yeah.
I was so wanted to see him perform. How was it?
It was incredible.
It
Yeah?
was really good. I mean, it was. I haven't seen him perform live before. I've heard his music, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then his performance was fucking. It was there. Like it
Nice.
was really good.
Good.
Yeah, I had to ditch though for 88 Killer. Look, I was like, it's an Amplify 817 show.
Right.
It's like we're gonna be in and out. It's not gonna be that long, But 88 Killer brought in like all these fucking awesome artists,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, I gotta get up at the butt crack of dawn the next morning.
Oh, yeah.
I had to leave, so I had to bounce. I caught the majority of the show though, so
That's the cool thing about the Amplify shows, though, at Tulips is, they're free for people that, for us patrons to
Right.
come in, but they really kind of leave up the creativity up to the artist, I feel like, right? Like you had a hell of a show, was it like 3 or 4 months ago when you had your show and you had Ernie doing the whole bit and everything?
Oh,
like
yeah.
when we got to see that?
We did the
Did it
exact
again.
same
Did it
thing.
again?
Did it again,
Hell
yeah.
I'm doing it at like every show now.
Hell yeah. It was awesome. But like, and then when Ernie did his show and he had the boxing gloves and everything,
Yeah.
like the creativity is completely up to the artist. And so it's cool to see 88 Killa come out and have a bunch of like people that he supports or supports him and do the whole thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool environment because that was the first time I've actually met him. And he goes, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like,
Is that how it sounds?
well, no, but I mean, that's
You
just-
heard it first, everybody. That's exactly how
That is
88 Killa
exactly how he
sounds.
sounds. Hey man, how you
Hey,
doing?
everybody, watch the newest episode of Seinfeld.
so of course,
What is the deal?
whenever I got there, I walked up to the bar, I ordered a drink. I'm like, hey, is Jason here? And the bartender, she's like, no, he's not here. He had something else going on. Blah, blah. I was like, wow, that sucks. Whatever. Tell him whenever you see him.
Screw
that,
Jason.
Yeah, that's kind of what
That's
that's
Tim
kind of what I
said.
said basically. But then Jason shows up later, and she's like, hey, Jason's here. And so we had a good chat.
You just punch him in the face. Fuck you!
He's like, "What the fuck?
You're late. She was my wife.
Fuck?"
we had a great chat though, and I'll tell you, there was a huge crowd there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my one thing that I wish they would just do is get rid of the tables in there, because they had a lot of
Yeah.
people sitting
Oh, okay.
and
was
less
really
people on the
unfortunate.
floor, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But there was a good number of people, so they were not hurting on alcohol sales that night.
Good.
Not
so-
at all.
That's good. That's what you want to see, obviously. Like, it's always hard having local musicians and you don't know what the turnout's going to be, and they could be absolutely phenomenal, but you want to get the people out there. But when you have a slew of musicians that are coming from different walks of life, you have a lot of different fans that can, one, appreciate the different kinds of music and the things that are being played, but also the owner of the bar is making money, which is ultimately like the win, right? Because if you're bringing money to the bar, you've got more opportunities in the future. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And Jason and I've got some stuff that we're going to start working up here pretty soon. For
Nice.
we're gonna make some things happen. So, not gonna give out any secrets yet. Just look forward to
Sex
it.
tape coming out soon.
Oh my God, you're
Jason-
starting an
Jason and Tim.
OnlyFans.
Who's going to be the top? I call Jason. All right, Tim, what'd you do this past week?
Alex Jones, everybody, he's not happy about that.
Wow.
No, so the weekend I spent some of the time with Javier.
Sure did.
I went to JaeBoy's show. Got to watch him perform. Killed it like normal. He did get roughed up by Ernie a little bit.
Yeah, fucked up my knee.
Like, for real, for real?
Yeah.
Got roughed up a little bit, messed up his knee a little bit, had the mic come unplugged a little bit. There was some little things, but then he just kept on going.
Yeah.
Didn't let it stop him. So I've got some good shots of JaeBoy in his element. So we're happy about that. The show was great. So we drove out. I'm going to go ahead and just say it. We drove out to Carrollton to H Mart. Been wanting to go out there since I went out there with Lance.
Let's get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Let's get everything straight.
Yes.
Our significant others.
They plan this. Yeah.
And we had no idea.
I've been
wow.
wanting to go out there, and Jesse's like, "Oh, we'll go out there," and I was like, "Well, let's just go Sunday." I told her, "Let's go Sunday," just thinking,
yeah, no
Jesse
big
and
deal.
I. And then she was like talking to Tammy, and then it became a whole
Made it
thing.
happen. Hell
Yeah.
She told me, and then I could already tell I'm going to get a text here in a little bit. But she told me like a week ago.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's Sunday, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Cool.
sure. Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, it was good though. And H Mart on Sundays is crazy. It's packed. There's
Fucking
so
ridiculous,
yes.
man.
But we got a lot of good. If you don't know what H Mart is, H Mart's an Asian market. It's like a supermarket, but it's all like Asian food and ingredients and all that
Where'd
stuff.
y'all eat?
We're gonna get there.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
So we went to
Grade A puss. No shit.
Damn, it was that kind of party.
Damn.
we after everything was said and done, we packed up the car, packed up the coolers, and then walked just right around the corner to Korean barbecue, Ari's Korean barbecue. And it was like walking into a spaceship because there was all these like metal things hanging from the ceiling. It was really
Is
weird.
that within the shopping center?
Not within the shop. It's in the same parking lot, but like
Okay.
you have H Mart,
Yeah.
and
So,
then there's an IHOP,
IHOP, yeah.
and it's on the other side of the IHOP, closer to
Okay.
the freeway.
Okay, gotcha.
It had good reviews, and so we're like, let's check that out. And I'm thankful we did. We all got the meat sweats and meat
Oh,
coma.
we sure as shit did, man.
So is this the whole deal where you got to cook it yourself?
So they
Actually-
actually, this is better.
They cooked it for us.
They cook it for you,
Nice.
so you don't fuck it up.
Fuck it up. Fuck
Yeah.
it up. Fuck it up.
I nearly caught the table on fire because my my chopstick paper
So they
was
cooked it because of you. Like they're like this little boy.
100%. 100%. The one thing I will talk bad about is that they serve everything in metal bowls, and they have this soup. The soup is wonderful,
yeah.
but it's piping hot, and then you put it in the metal bowl and immediately burn your hands.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So be careful with that. Didn't know this, but they put scrambled eggs. Like
Yeah,
scrambled
like,
eggs is a big thing.
It was a burner in the center where you obviously cook the meat, and then the outside had like they poured egg on one, and then like corn and cheese on the other. So you had to like
Yeah, the
scoop it
Korean
out,
street
put it
corn
on
or
your
whatever.
thing, and had
Nice.
kimchi and salad and
Oh yeah,
the whole thing,
Uh,
the whole shebang.
so it was four of us, and they have for four people. It's like $125.
Oh, I gotta send you money still.
Yeah, you got to send me
Whoops.
money.
Fuck.
But what's crazy? Like, look, I'm just gonna be real. I think 6 people could have ate off of that,
Yeah.
and everybody would not been like stuffed to the brim and just been comfortable.
So y'all were full.
Yes,
Yeah, full.
like uncomfortable. Like that's why Javier didn't go out. He's like, I'm so full. I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna take a nap at Tammy's. And I'm like, all right. He's like, I'll go to JaeBoy's thing. Don't worry about it. You can stay home. So that's what happened.
Called out in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
No.
No. It's, I mean, it is true.
No, it's
Like he was a tired boy. He was a
Yeah?
tired full boy.
You a little tired?
Yeah. I was kind of sleepy.
Yeah, you
Really?
get, but you get that much meat in you, and you
I didn't
just
even
get
sleep though. I didn't even sleep.
mark that.
Look, it doesn't take that much. It doesn't take that much meat for him to get sweaty. Just a little bit of meat inside of Javier, and he's gonna get sweaty and tired.
You don't know me. Don't tell him about my meat intake.
This episode brought to you by Javier's Meat Intake.
Hey, go ahead and play.
Javier, he's got the meats.
You want to go ahead and play it, Tim?
Yeah, let's. You know what? Let's just jump into Javier. Javier wants to go ahead and do his little.
Just fucking play it.
I gotta get into the. I gotta bring up my notes so I can see. All
This
right.
would have been so much better. It was faster.
It happens.
Dead air.
It is dead air. So I'm having trouble here.
That was great.
Oh my god.
This is so.
I shouldn't have said anything. Turn me up. Turn me up. This ad brought to you by the Funky Panther Fish Sticks. Hey there, seafood lovers! Do you like to keep things wild and wacky in the kitchen? Then you've got to try the new Funky Panther Fish Sticks. Made from only the funkiest panther fish in the sea. These fish sticks are like nothing you've ever tasted before. They're so good, even the panthers themselves can't resist. But wait, there's more. Wait, not only are their fish sticks super tasty, they also come with a funky surprise in every box. Yep, that's right. Each box of Funky Panther fish sticks comes with a free kazoo. You can play a tune while you cook or even start a funky fish stick band with your friends. So what are you waiting for? Get your hands on Funky Panther fish sticks today and let the wild times roll.
That was funky fresh.
Yeah.
Sorry about the about. Man, I had it all queued
It's
up. but
fine. No, it's totally, it came, out of nowhere. Sorry.
I had it all queued up, but like
But I'm
the
glad I
ad
did
music didn't want to like play, and I had to restart it. and
So
all
were
that
they
stuff.
made of fish or are they made of cat? Like I'm a little confused. If
That's the secret.
that's a secret.
I'll
recipe.
never tell.
That's a secret recipe.
Oh my good lord.
That's probably something you should tell though. That's a.
Hey, but just real quick, I got one more ad that we haven't told anybody about.
Okay.
Javier and I worked on this greatly.
Okay.
I had him come, dude. I actually had him come over to my house. We sat down. He had to do multiple reads of this. It came out perfect. So I just want to play this.
Oh wow.
Hey, this is Javier from the Funky Panther podcast, and I just want to remind you to be sure to spay and neuter pets as well as yourself. Just reach down and cut those balls right off, and maybe fry them up like a set of calf fries and serve them at Thanksgiving dinner for the family. Also, try and relax your anus.
That's not Javier. That's not Javier.
No,
Right?
No, it's not actually.
It sounds a
Doesn't
lot
it
like
sound like it,
that.
though?
Sounds like Javier.
Yeah.
But there was just something off.
I'm gonna play something. Off air for us to listen to. But that was so. Here's what happened. Dustin hits me up of Jerry Jonestown Massacre, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, do you multi-track your episodes?" I was like, "Yeah, I normally just multi-track them, and then I mix it down to a main, and then that's what I edit off of."
Right.
He's like, "But you have Javier's isolated vocals." I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "All right." So I've been working with a voice AI company, and at this point in our time together, we can do no wrong. So you know where this is going. I was like, "I do. How much audio do you want?" And he's like, "Well, just send me some of his vocals, isolated track." I was like, "Cool." So I sent him 4 hours worth of Javier, just Javier.
Holy shit.
And he took that and he mapped that, and I was like, so what I wanted to do, and I just didn't get around to doing it, but I was going to run it through an effects modulator and make it sound like more like a telephone
Yeah.
and be like, hey, we got this weird voicemail from Javier. And if I'd done that, it
It
would
would
have
have sound.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh,
god.
for sure.
So I'll play something off air. I'm just the only reason why for those listening, I'm not going to play it because JJTM is going to be utilizing it, and I don't want to ruin their fun
Wait, are they going to be using Javier's voice?
for something.
I
Yeah.
hope
my
it's, I hope
God.
it's porn. I hope it's porn.
You
Oh,
have no
yeah,
worries?
baby. Oh.
I'm sorry, it's not hard.
But I will tell you,
You're not worrying about this at all?
No, fuck no. Are you kidding me?
I will
Dude, it could
straight
be
up.
incriminating as fuck.
It's funny. I saw a TikTok. It's like record every moment with your boyfriend. So if he leaves you, you can incriminate him. And it said, "I am a child molester" or something like that. And then that
Wow.
shit was hilarious.
Mark that. Anyways,
Yeah, we'll save that for JJTM.
no,
I
but
am a.
so whenever I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to play it off air because again, I don't want to ruin it for them. But you're gonna listen to that and you're gonna be like, Holy shit.
Dude, we could do an entire episode by just typing that
Sure.
shit up.
Dude, JaeBoy can write an entire album like off of ChatGPT with his voice.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
All right.
The
we should
cheat
go,
code.
we should
dude.
go live and just sit here
They will never know.
and
Never.
listen and don't
How will
actually
they
say
know?
anything and have the whole thing.
I know. We
That'd
could.
be nuts.
We went way off
Yeah,
tangent on
it's
this.
Javier's turn.
Javier's updates, yeah. So he did
Yeah.
his. He's been writing ads.
Oh yeah. No. So this week Leslie was in town. Leslie Nava, who is with Cinco Sentidos. She's also a really awesome DJ.
We've
in
had her on the show
Austin.
twice.
We've had her on the show twice. She was in town. We went to La Onda. Her and Tammy and I went over there. It was fucking perfect. We were the only ones there.
I like how you said that.
What?
La Onda.
Correctly?
La Onda? You mean like a Mexican?
La
Is that what you're
Onda?
trying to say? Like a Mexican?
Shit.
Yes.
Okay. So we went over there, and it was really delicious, man. Victor over there is a genius. The drinks were amazing. Props to those guys. She gave them a gift of a little sample of their new, I'm not sure if it's rum that they're making, but she gave them a sample of that. It was a lot of fun. Nice. Me and Tammy have been watching the Creed movies because we're gonna watch Creed 3 tomorrow.
No. Explain how you've been watching them though.
Well, okay. Here's what she had never seen Rocky before, so I had to. There was a 7-minute video of like a recap of all the Rocky movies, and I made her watch that, and then we started watching Creed. So Friday night we saw the first one. Sunday we saw the second one, and so we're gonna watch it tomorrow. The movie doesn't come out until Friday, so we're doing a special. We're going to a special early release.
All right.
tomorrow.
Hot take here. That's the only way you can watch the Rocky movies is in 6 minutes because it is absolute garbage.
No, it's not. The first through the fourth movie is great. It's like some of the best in cinema. Like the fifth one, we don't watch the fifth one. Rocky Balboa, on the other hand, was a really good movie because it came like with one of those awesome like father to son quotes. You know, it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get. You know, all that shit. You probably know.
It's not about how hard you get. Yeah, I heard
get
you.
hit. Yeah.
It's
No.
a weird father and son moment, but
Yeah.
sometimes you got to have that conversation with your kid.
When you
Keep
gotta,
it coming, son.
when you-
Just keep it coming.
oh my god, keep it coming. You know, it's weird. Just, ugh.
It doesn't matter how hard you get though.
I think I need to rewatch this movie because I didn't catch any of that the first time around.
There was
I've
a
never
lot
seen
of
it, so
Oh really?
never.
Ah shit.
there was a
never seen
lot of
any of it.
subtleties that you just miss,
Yeah.
and that was one of them.
Okay.
But we did that, and then Saturday I went to my buddy Jared's birthday party. His wife made some old fashioned cupcakes, like flavored cupcakes, and it was fucking.
So
Crazy
just like
strong.
regular cupcakes.
It was an old fashioned. that she mixed.
okay, gotcha. I was like,
An old fashioned cupcake.
like-
She turned the butter and churned the butter, and she went ahead and got the thing.
they
and
were
mixed
crazy
the
strong
thing,
and crazy. I was like,
Which,
all
which
right.
Jared was this?
my tool guy, the
Oh,
guy you
yeah.
met on
Last Friday.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
such a badass dude.
He's a
man.
cool guy.
I'm glad I finally got to meet him because you talked him up
Oh
for a
yeah,
while
he's
now.
he's a really good fucking friend, man. He's an amazing guy.
He's funny as hell.
Yeah, yeah. I forget what all y'all because y'all talk.
I haven't met
Yeah,
that guy
for a
yet.
while.
You were already gone, I think. But he
Yeah, we
made
talked for a
his-
while. I was a little gone by that point, but I remember like just laughing my ass off. He was like super nice, hilarious, and yeah, it was a good time.
Where
Good
did this take
conversation.
place at?
Rabbit Hole.
Yeah,
After-
Oh, okay.
after you
Yeah, I
left.
got you. I got you.
But that was a lot of fun. And that was pretty much it.
Nice.
Of course, H Martin and all that stuff.
Can I say that I think Jason was a little jealous that we've been going to Rabbit Hole and not Tulip? Oh,
really?
He was like, so I hear Rabbit Hole's the place to be. And I was like, I mean, let me just be real with you. I was like, it's
Make
not,
a drink after us, and we'll go.
It's like,
Well, Rabbit Hole
Period.
didn't.
it's not really.
yeah.
I was like, it's not really my place anymore. Just because of, I mean, and good on them for being extremely busy. But like, if I want to go have a drink at a neighborhood bar, I want to go someplace that's kind of chill.
Like
and not
Chili's
as-
or
not as-
Applebee's.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Applebee's.
So we started
you know what
talking.
they say about them? They have the meats.
We started talking about McFly's, and he likes McFly's a lot. So I was like,
Yeah.
cool. We should go. If we're not going to Tulips, we should go to McFly's. You
I've
know,
only been
someday.
a few times. We need to start going.
We should.
more.
We should go to McFly's more. And he's actually looking at buying a house right around over there too.
Oh, really?
So
Oh,
I was
cool.
like, sweet. Jason's gonna be local. Awesome. Let's do this.
Because that's what made, honestly, I mean, I love Rabbit Hole. Don't get me wrong. Love the staff there. Love that one of our favorite taco trucks, Arvizu Taqueria, is
Yeah.
out there every Tuesday night. And everyone's great. However, it's also proximity. Like,
Right.
It's up the road from here.
When we went there though, the after that Visit Fort Worth event,
Yeah.
it was cool and chill. It was easy to get a drink. But I've been there where it's like I'm having to like yell over 3 deep
Yeah.
just to get a drink, and I'm like,
It does get crazy.
I'm like, I just don't like that.
right. I hear you.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
We know.
Whee! All right, Chad. So what'd you do over the week?
Last week, I had the opportunity to go to the Stars game with Jordan. She has season tickets, and she always talks about going to the Stars game. And then all of us, you've never been with her, right? Have y'all ever been
I've
with
never
her?
been to a game.
I haven't been with her, and I've been wanting to go for a
Wait,
long
you never been
time.
to a game?
I've never been to a Stars game.
Period?
Oh.
The end? Like,
Never.
damn.
Never been to a sporting event.
Seriously?
I really want to go to a Mavericks game.
Oh, fuck yeah. Whatever you decide to, let us know. I'll
You
tag
never been
along.
to a sportings event? A
Sportings
a
event?
sportings event at all?
No, I mean the probably the last one was my high school team.
Holy
whenever I was
shit.
in high school.
We're going to a lacrosse game this Saturday. You should go. Let's go.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
There's like a
Everybody from-
whole crew of us going
I
on
think
Saturday.
some of the
lacrosse game.
Amplified 817 artists are going to be there.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
recognizing the
fire.
Forward Library, and
Hell
so
yeah.
Teresa's going to be there.
Yeah, it's free, man. If you and your girl got nothing going on, we'll send.
It's not free.
Whoa. Respect,
I mean,
sir.
I'm sorry.
Respect
It's not free.
Oh yeah.
his fiancée.
Yes.
My bad.
Breaking news.
everybody.
Yeah, I
JaeBoy is engaged.
My bad.
Yeah, I'm engaged. It's crazy.
Play the hooray.
awesome.
Play the hooray.
Where's the kids, dude?
I don't have it up because I've got other
damn
stuff
it.
on.
You're the worst producer.
There it is. There it is.
We need to get Juan over
Congrats, my
here.
dude.
Look, man, I've got like multiple things going on right now. I've got to. All right, here's.
As
I
you
gotta,
should as
I
a
got to move
producer,
all this
all
stuff
right?
over.
So yeah, the Stars game was awesome. We went to Nickel because it was like Margarita Day, and then we hopped on a train, went out to the Stars game, and we kind of hung out in the Victory Park a little bit. Stopped at one place to grab a couple of drinks. I finally got to see the new statue
Oh, yeah, Dirk.
of Dirk, and it was glorious, as I knew it
Not
was.
the
Awesome.
not the one that looks like butt plugs coming out of his hand,
I'm sorry.
No.
or the anal beads. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
I'm
cool.
sorry.
So there was a statue that didn't make the cut, and it
Okay.
looked like anal beads.
So
it looked like a ball.
It's
ball,
him shooting,
ball.
but they're all connected. I'm like, all right.
It's supposed to be like live action, kind of, as a statue.
So who do you think bought that statue?
I don't think they made that statue.
I hope they did.
If they
There's probably
did,
some sketch out there.
I would like to buy.
Oh hell nah.
I would like. I would like to.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was the
I'd like to
original
buy it for
mock-up
personal reasons.
Of, and as soon as it came out, like, it was trending because they were like,
Well,
why does
it-
Dirk have butt plug or
Well,
anal beads?
which one's worse, that statue or the
Cristiano
the-
Ronaldo?
No.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
The Martin Luther King statue they released not too long ago, Junior. That looks like, if you, depending on how you're sitting there and looking at it, it's supposed to be people hugging and embracing arms. But
Oh,
on one
yeah.
angle, it looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
someone holding a giant dick.
Oh my.
On another angle, it looks like someone's got a dick in their arms.
Tim, how could you say that, Tim?
Yeah.
It's all over the internet.
Tim of the Funky Panther?
Yeah.
Bro.
These are not the
This-
words of Javier or Chad.
Fuck.
Funky
It is
Panther
all over the
or
internet.
JaeBoy. Only Tim.
I'm just saying, like, they probably should have sent that out to a focus group.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Let's just go with that.
But the Dirk statue looked great. It was a great night. Shout out to Jordan for inviting me out. I had a really good time. And then this weekend, I went to Chicago with Sarish. We flew out Saturday morning. We stayed out till Monday. We did all the things, all the normal things you would do. We saw the Bean. We saw the Navy Pier. We went to a bunch of bars. We did the Willis Tower where you get to get in a little glass box and like you're looking
Oh, yeah.
down 100 floors.
Isn't there another
my
one where you
God.
stand there and like the thing?
Yeah, that's at a different tower.
What?
Okay.
That's at a different building. So it's not. So the Willis Tower is the third tallest building in the U.S.
What you talking about, Willis?
The other one is not as tall, but it's equally as scary because, like you said, like you're on this thing and you're holding onto bars, and the whole glass like moves forward, and you're just looking straight down to the ground.
How funny would it have been if you let go and you died?
No shit. I think that one's at the John Hancock Tower. I believe is it what that one's at?
It's
I think it's
Herbie
a Herbie
Hancock.
Hancock. Herbie Hancock.
No, it wasn't. It was John Hancock.
I believe it's Herbie
Herbie.
Hancock.
It's absolutely-
Yeah, I don't remember which building it is, but
You're joking, right?
no, it's definitely Herbie
It's
Hancock.
Herbie Hancock.
It's John Hancock.
John Hancock.
This man,
Herbie
he doesn't even know
Hancock.
that one of the founding fathers, Herbie Hancock.
What are y'all
Wait,
doing? What am I
what?
missing?
Hi.
I'm so confused.
Change my name. I'm John Foot Penis now.
Okay. All right. So this is a bit. This is a bit. I'm not an idiot. Okay.
Dick Army, more like Vagina Coast Guard.
So how many states are you at right now? Because I know you're trying to go to every one.
No, I
He's-
did the states.
He's already beat the
You already
states.
Been
beat
there
the
multiple
States?
times.
Yeah, I did
What?
the states. Yeah, I'm doing redos.
Now he's doing continents.
Oh, now you're just running laps.
Right.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
so Sarah had never been to Chicago, but we had a great time. We drank a lot, ate a lot, got to see a lot. We walked a ton. I think we walked like 5 miles or more every day. So it was fun. We did all public transportation. This is the first time I've been on a trip in a long time where I didn't have to drive. It was
Yeah.
nice.
That's
Just hop on the
cool.
train.
That's what's nice whenever you go to places that actually have public transportation that's good.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying Fort Worth's not good, but you just have
It's not. It's not.
You
You
just-
can
you-
say it's not.
Yeah, okay.
Our public transportation
sucks.
is fucking
It does
garbage.
suck.
Can you imagine?
Dallas is actually better.
If we had areas like our infrastructure here in Fort Worth, everything about our city I love. Don't get me wrong, except for the fact that I can't just hop on a train and get to the hot spots in Fort Worth. Yes, there are some buses. Yeah, and that's great. We're kind of moving in the right direction. But like the TRE going to Fort Worth to Dallas, easy.
and then get on the dart
as shit.
and go to the
And
hot
dark-
spots. Yeah.
exactly. Why don't we?
Now
have
there's
that?
some weirdos on the dart,
Of course there are.
but that's with any public transportation
Exactly.
Yeah, I
in
was
any
just about to
major
say,
city.
that's like with any train or something.
But that's how you get your good content.
That's how you get a quick, easy million fucking viewers.
I had
million
I had a
likes.
lady yelling at me, "What are you looking at?"
And she was
yeah,
looking
when
at the
we
wall.
At the what's it called? At the state fair. Yeah. And I'm just like, nothing. But I'm looking at you now because you're yelling at me.
Dude, I had a lady kick my fucking puppy I got.
What the fuck?
Yeah, not so. Okay, so about a week ago,
Like, is puppy like your feelings or like a real puppy?
a real puppy.
Oh man.
So
That's not okay.
So for a little bit of context, my fiance got me a nice little English pointer dog for Christmas, and I was like, oh. And we got her. Her name's Lucy, and we got her about a couple weeks old. She's about 4 or 5 months right now. And the first time we ever took her to a dog park, and it was in Fort Worth. It's like the Z Dog Park.
Yeah,
yeah,
Zebos.
Zebos, yeah.
Yeah, Zebos. Fucking we bring her in, and this lady was like, "No, get down." I was like, "Okay, let me go grab my dog," because that's what a dog owner should do.
Yeah.
Right.
All of a sudden, I just see your leg just kind of shoot out, and I'm like, "You didn't." I'm probably just seeing some shit. And then I go to walk over, then she kicked her in the fucking face,
Jesus.
and I was like,
Off.
All right. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. I don't care, man, woman, child, whatever. I'm beating your fucking ass.
Yeah, no, I was like,
we're gonna throw down. That's what's happening.
I'll tell you.
I'm gonna end up on World Star.
I'll tell you what I've told Tammy before. No, I haven't told her this. I told her what I say. I say I won't hit a lady, but I hit a bitch.
Oh my God.
You know.
period.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And actually, she tells me that because I'm the bitch in the relationship.
No.
We know. We know.
I ain't
bitch.
hitting a lady. I'm hitting a person because we all fucking persons at this point.
But
Yeah.
I've seen your pup. You posted on social media like her laying next to you, right, or something the other day. Am I wrong? No.
I mean,
think-
probably.
I don't know. Yeah, I think
She
you're
was like
seeing.
being calm, and you're like, oh, she's never like this. Was that was you? Right?
Oh yeah, no, she's
not stupid.
super. Yeah, she's super hyper.
You're like, I'm posting this because she's never just calm and collected.
Yeah, she was the cutest fucking puppy ever. I
Yeah.
love her to death, and she was just like laying on me, just snoring and shit. And I was like,
Aw,
I gotta get my
that's
I
sweet.
gotta get my work done, but I just
That's sweet.
you're too comfy.
I just want to say earlier that "oh" was a very Justin Timberlake "oh." It was. You were like "oh." Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
caught
I
that.
do make music,
true. It is true.
so I mean, it's in my nature.
All
He
right.
is a man of music.
The very last thing today, I got to
Yes.
be in the 100th episode of Forever Reckless. Shout out to the girls of
Whoa.
Forever
Yeah, they
Reckless.
hit 100.
They hit 100
Nice.
episodes. Robin and I joined Kate and Jordan, so congrats to those ladies.
And Robin.
That's what he just.
Robin hit 100 about a month or two ago.
No, she was on the episode.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
I wasn't paying attention.
Fucking listen, you,
sorry.
you fool.
God
Shout
damn.
out to Kate and Jordan for 100th episode on Forever Reckless. Huge accomplishment. Y'all are fantastic. We love you very much.
Dude, that's gonna be dope. I'm gonna be on an episode on March 6th.
That's next week.
Next week, yes.
It feels like it's far away.
it does
though.
feel like it's far away.
Nope.
This month is flown.
We're starting in March, just in a few days. So
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, February's only what 28
Yeah,
days. Yeah.
28, sometimes 29.
But that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
So I do want to get into this real quick with you.
Yeah, what's up?
So did you have a thing with Fort Worth Weekly coming out
I do, which is I think tomorrow.
tomorrow? It comes out on
Can we talk
Wednesday.
about that?
We can because I
Okay.
got confirmation from my manager yesterday.
Hey.
So if I heard correct, you're on the cover.
I am on the front
No
fucking
way!
cover,
That's
dude.
fucking
Bro.
awesome.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
cheers,
so-
cheers.
What? Yeah, kids.
Many kids
So-
love it.
Yeah,
many
so,
props, man.
I was freaking out because I was in Tulips for the show, and then me and my fiance were shooting pool, and then I happened to look over, and it's Fort Worth Weekly, and it was like the stack, and then the Fort Worth Weekly stack was super low. Me thinking, oh shit, a bunch of people got Fort Worth Weekly, and then I just realized I'm gonna be on the front cover of that bitch, and I'm like, oh god. So I was a lot of it's just excitement and
Yeah.
nerves because before I did the interview, my manager Blake was sitting there. He goes, "Yeah, so I want to let you know nobody has done this for Trent, like nobody." I was like, "Thanks." I appreciate that.
I know. I had that conversation with Mitch. We were just sitting there talking about it at the Plum Boys show over at Ampersand, and he's like, "Yeah, he's going to be on the." I was like, "What?"
Dude,
I was
that's
like,
awesome.
"That's fucking cool." So he's telling me this. He's like, "Yeah," and I'm in there. He's possibly getting on the cover. I'm like, "What?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"And no one in Trend has done that yet."
Not
That's
only that,
wild.
but there's not a whole lot of, I'll be honest with you, rappers that have gotten on the cover.
No.
I
Yeah,
feel
they,
like
yeah, they have.
Fort Worth-
I mean,
There's
Bun
been
B was
some.
on one, and Jam Master. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, like, I know that when Lou was on the show and we've had, a couple of other rappers on the show, we talk about how Fort Worth is still an up-and-coming music city, right? We've got a lot of talent, but when it comes to, like, our variety, kind of like what Tim had mentioned with the Fort Worth Music Festival,
That's
like, we kind of
not
stick to a
really-
certain genre, right? And so it's kind of cool to see something new and different and fresh on the cover. So
Yeah.
congrats, man.
Dude, I'm super excited, especially with the album and what I'm talking about, with how important it is. I'm glad it's being taken seriously and not just like another rap album.
Yeah.
So it's very, very relieving that people are actually taking my album seriously.
In case
like
you
this.
haven't listened to his single that he's got out or any of that stuff that they've released, there's a really important message with this album. And there's some stuff. You can catch some sneak peeks, in different various places. But I'm telling you, this album's going to tell a story, and it's a very important story to get across. So
There
Most
are-
definitely.
There are 3 tracks out right now on Apple Music.
Apple Music,
Yeah.
Spotify, Google Play, Amplify too.
Yeah.
The album's been out on Amplify for months.
yeah.
For free, just for anybody who goes on to Amplify.
So I didn't realize that's the album that you are dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, like legit
there's
dropping.
there's a couple of tweaks with
Right,
certain
okay.
tracks, but the pretty much the whole concept, basically all the tracks are on.
Because
Amplify as well.
my favorite song is 2020 Menace.
Yes.
That song just goes so hard, and whenever I'm like, if I want to say like, listen to JaeBoy, I bring up that track. Typically, I'm like, listen to this. This is like
Yeah.
just shows, and then you go meet the guy, and you're just like, how is this the same person?
Hey man.
I'm like, these two people do not comply. That's the same like going to a show, and you're just like, you see his performance with Ernie and all that stuff. I had somebody ask me, because I shot that little video and put it up on my TikTok, and somebody asked me, "Oh, that's the Tulips." It was like, was that a 2-man play that was going on? I was like, no. JaeBoy just has a thing for theatrics,
Right.
and he really does. So
And I think theatrics is important, especially within music. It keeps me very, very diverse
Yeah.
between a whole lot of other artists, because I like standing out, all that sort of shit. But 2, it's just a creative way to get my point across that gets people interested. Like, I don't know how many artists would come out through the crowd. Like, I go through the crowd with a bag on my head, Ernie in a ski mask, just dragging me up on stage. And
you're giving away too much. You got to go see a JaeBoy show so you can see that.
Facts.
All right, but go ahead.
Facts.
Yeah, he does do all that. It's
yeah, but that's just the beginning of the show. So the rest of the show is completely, it's a whole different vibe.
The rest of the show is just him going
Well, it's
fucking ham on
entertaining.
the stage.
It's not just music. It's like a visual performance as
Yeah.
well. It's like the whole thing is a hell of a show,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like I go to a metal show. I want to see people like thrashing about on stage and jumping around and having a good time. I don't want to see someone just standing there, Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's cool if you like that, but I mean, not.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so you got sports?
Nope.
No sports.
What?
No, there's a lot of UEFA. There's a Carabao Cup just ended, and Manchester United won, defeated Newcastle. That was amazing for me.
team.
Lance doesn't like Man United, so he's like, oh well, who cares? It's only Carabao. So
Everybody,
it's-
Lance in the building.
Where's? Oh man, I was hoping he was
No.
on. But we go back and forth. He's my partner in crime and at the Ball Bag Podcast. So all that stuff is gonna go
Okay.
into that little show.
Well, then we'll just
Awesome.
jump into this.
And now it's time for news with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
I just love the thumbs up by JaeBoy.
Dude, I love it so goddamn much. I look forward to it every goddamn time. It's great.
So first off, I've got a very important story to tell about about an event that happened to me. This is
Oh, yeah,
news.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is news. In case you didn't know, your boy spent some time in jail recently.
What?
Convicted animal rapist.
Mark that. Allegedly. allegedly, not animal rapist, but
Oh no,
allegedly,
allegedly, you were definitely in
Yo,
jail.
I was about to say, wait, you're just
allegedly,
gonna go with
allegedly.
Keep your
in
dog
jail.
away from him.
Look,
You think kicking's bad?
that? No.
so here's what happened. Honestly, I'm just gonna go out and say it. I actually wasn't in jail, but my whole family thought I was.
Oh.
And it started with a phone call to my dad. Now, my dad is of the older age, as one might be, and sometimes
Weird way to say that.
sometimes whenever they receive, you receive a phone call, he doesn't typically answer the phone. He usually just, if he doesn't recognize the number, he just lets it go. So he answers this time for whatever reason, and he hears someone like crying and kind of sniffling, and it's very hard to hear what he's saying on the phone. And the guy's telling him, he's like, I was just in a wreck, and I'm going to jail, and blah, blah, blah. And my dad's like, who is this? And I guess in an exacerbated manner, the person on the other line says, it's your son. And my dad just like freaks out, right? And the guy's like, he's going to the hospital, but he's also arrested, and he only had a short minute to talk. So that's where that starts.
Mm-hmm.
He then gets in touch with my brother, and then my brother gets involved, who gets my mom involved, who gets my sister involved, and now my sister's got got Jesse involved. And so all these people are involved in this thing that's going on. Well, it started at noon, and this was on Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday. Starts at noon, and then they start working through this. Oh, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
they
I was
start
mid-stroke
yeah.
when you called me.
Oh, that's nice. So they start like working. They start working through all this, right? So about an hour or so later, a lawyer calls, and they're like telling them like my bond has been set at $90,000 because I had a wreck, and not only did I just have a wreck, but I also injured somebody who was pregnant, and that their miscarriage was imminent. I can't talk. Whatever. Imminent. And
So it was the baby.
It was the baby.
Yeah.
And so so my bond's set so high. Now, mind you, no one has tried calling me at this point
Right.
because I'm in jail, right?
Right.
The lawyer says that I broke my nose. That's why it was hard for me that I would explain why they couldn't really understand me. I broke my nose. I had to have 7 stitches in my lip. And $90,000. My mom's freaking out. $90,000. It's crazy. Why is it $90,000? Well, it turns out not only was it a lady that was pregnant, but it was also an FBI agent.
What the fuck?
And the man, here's what's happening really in their mind is like they know that I love conspiracies and stuff. And we just recently had what's his face from Fort Worth Weekly. I can't think of his name. Edward Brown.
Eddie Brown.
Eddie Brown was on the show, and we talked about corrupt judges. And I made the joke of like, if I start having SUVs following me around, then I know it ties back to you, right? And so this happened. So now they think that the government, the man, is railroading me. Which, let's be honest, if they're going to railroad somebody, it's probably going to be me. So this all just keeps going.
He loves
right?
to get railroaded, by the way.
He does.
So my sister, now granted, I'm so happy. They are like, my family's getting me out of jail.
Yeah.
That's what their plan is. They're going to get me out of jail. And I have no doubt in my mind that they were probably going to put me on a plane and send me to a non-extradition country like Venezuela or something.
Your family's got your back, bro.
They got
for
my
sure.
back, right? So they're making things happen. And then, my mom's still like $90,000. It's crazy. Well, I guess it was, now the baby's okay. And they reduced because a little bit later they reduced it to it's $40,000 or $45,000. So that means you have to bail out. It's going to be $4,500. So my sister's going around to different ATMs because this is after banking hours now.
Yeah.
I'm still at work, mind you. Jessie has called me. She called me at 2:30. I was teaching a class. I couldn't answer. So now she really thinks I'm in jail because I didn't answer, right? And so they're going around and getting money. They've got a courier set up to get this money to the proper person that needs to go to and granted, these are all like educated people.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing is like this stuff can like when you walk through it, it sounds ridiculous, right? But as you walk through it, in the moment, you're playing off that emotion. So
It's
my
snowballs.
my sister's getting all that money. So then I'm walking out the door at work, and I call Jessie like I always do because we usually talk whenever she's coming home because we're leaving at the same time. And she's like, "Hey, baby, you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Why would I not be okay?" She's like, "Did anything happen today?" And then I'm just like, "What the fuck did I do?" I'm like,
I throw that stack of porn under the bed.
I'm sitting there playing. I'm playing through my head. I'm like,
Did my OnlyFans subscription come
God
out?
damn it.
God damn
the
it.
bill came in.
so then I was like, well, I mean,
We're broke.
it is a little bit late. I was like, it's 5:30. I'm sorry I didn't like let you know I was staying late. I was like, I think that's like the only thing that that's what happened. And she's like, but you're okay. You didn't get a broken nose. You don't have a broken nose or stitches. I was like, no. And she's like, and you didn't go to jail today, did you? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, is this a joke? And then I'm going to put you on speakerphone. And my sister is texting. My mom's texting my sister. My mom now knows that I'm on the phone and I'm not in jail. My mom's trying to tell my sister it's a scam. She's on the phone with this lawyer named John. And my sister actually hangs up on him. And that's whenever she gets like, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam, or whatever. So John calls back and she's just like, so what's going on, John? So my brother's in jail, John, doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm talking to my brother right now, John. This dude pauses for a second because he knows he's caught, right?
Yeah.
He just waits. And then he acts as if I'm in the room with him and says, hey, Tim, we almost got $4,500 from your sister. And my sister loses her fucking mind, right? Now, here's what I'm mad about, because they had this courier all set up, and usually the couriers are involved too. They get a percentage of the cut, and they send it off, right? And so they're usually involved, and it's typically not local, but they get local people to help facilitate some of this stuff, right? And so I wish that I could have gotten to my sister first and been like, don't say anything. Let's get this guy here. Let's let this courier show up. I'm not opposed to beating somebody with a pistol.
Period. Yeah.
Like I'll pistol whip somebody in the
I'll
front
shoot
yard.
someone in the dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Seriously.
we're going to find out who did this and then call the police, right? I'm going to say he tried to attack me and shoot him in the cock. But anyways, so
This
yeah,
cockless motherfucker tried to attack me.
yeah. So all this stuff happens, right? So yeah, out of everybody, Jessie was the only one who tried to call me. She
Yeah.
called me once. Nobody tried texting me. Nothing, right? And this whole thing's going down, and that's how I ended up in jail. Strange,
Jesus.
but she called Chad.
Yeah.
I find this out afterwards, and she's like, "Oh, don't want to make a big deal about it. Don't tell Tim that I told you," kind of thing. This is what happened. They didn't want to call my work because they were afraid I was going to get in trouble at work, and I'm like, that's the first place I would have called, because those people know when you get arrested because we get flagged and
Right.
all that. So. Yeah, it was just this big deal. So just understand that scams can happen to educated people, and you get caught up in emotion. And then after the fact, you just laugh about it, because I made jokes for the rest of the night.
Yeah, but if your family would have lost
yeah.
$4,500,
Oh, I know. Yeah,
sucked
that would really
ass.
sucked. And thankfully we caught it at the right time. That's why I felt okay making jokes. So I remember like Jessie asked me, what do you want for dinner? And I was like, I'm really not that hungry. I actually ate pretty good while I was in jail. I had some money put on my books, and I was able to get some ramen out of commissary. So it was pretty good.
Got a honey bun at the commissary.
Yeah.
It was weird. I'll be honest. So like Jessie didn't comment. Like I think this has probably been going on for a couple hours, and she called and reached out. She's like, "Look, don't say anything, but this is kind of weird. He got into a car accident, and like it unfolded like you said. It was like she was pregnant, but the baby was fine. It wasn't fine, but then it was fine. Then she's FBI. Like the whole thing just was unfolding. I'm like, this is getting crazy. And then it was like, well, maybe they're saying that Tim had alcohol because they're trying to get money.
I forgot that part.
Yeah.
I popped on the breathalyzer, and I said I drank cough
Which
syrup.
is why you went to jail.
And here's was the first thing. Like as soon as they told me that, I was like, "You motherfuckers know, straight up, that I don't talk to cops. I don't talk to no. I don't say shit. Like I don't care if I'm in the wrong or in the right. I'm lawyering up because I'm not getting railroaded here."
I'm over here Googling cough syrup, and if it pops on an alcohol test, because I have no idea. I texted Jessie. I was like, apparently this is a real thing. I don't know. He's probably not drinking. Maybe he did have cough syrup. And she's like, he didn't have any cough syrup this morning. It was like this back and forth. And then it was crazy. It was crazy. But I remember us talking, and I'm like, man, if she really is FBI and she's got these cop friends and Tim's going to jail, then we got to get Eddie Brown involved and uncover this bullshit, because we thought it was like a legit conspiracy.
Like I'm fucking getting railroaded
I was
over
like,
here.
you picked the wrong guy, because Tim loves conspiracies.
I know.
And we know people.
And we're gonna. Yeah, it was fucking crazy,
Dude,
right?
if Jessie would have called me, I would have straight up said, that's a scam.
I had no idea.
That's a scam.
Right, a lot
Because
of-
I get those calls like 10 times a day.
Right, a lot of us would have done that, right? But it was just, it got my dad, and my dad's older, and it just, It played on that emotion, right?
Yeah.
And so then he just got everybody else into it.
It's
and
like telephone too.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
If 3 people, 4 people, 5 people are involved, and all of a sudden it's like, well, this has got to be true. Like
Yeah.
someone had to fact check. You know what
They're
I mean? Like,
saying
you just
Tim
gotta
has
believe.
dildos in his butt and they're not letting him go.
Okay, this is definitely true. I don't need any confirmation.
Yeah,
I know this is a
100%.
true story.
All right, so that's that news there, and now I want to transition into this one because it does go hand in hand with prisoners, but in butts. Did you know that the
J-Boy's face
CIA?
right now. Butts, you say?
So talk about conspiracy theories that are actually true. CIA's been feeding prisoners rectally. Yeah. So apparently the CIA had a habit of force feeding prisoners at Guantanamo Bay, but not through the usual way. No. They went straight for the poop chute. Yes, you heard that right. Rectal feeding was their method of choice. I guess they figured out that if someone wasn't hungry, they could just bypass the mouth altogether and go straight to the anus.
Tim found this out last Wednesday, by the way.
It's like a reverse poop joke, except it's not funny at all. And what do they feed them? Feed them, you ask? Pureed food, of course. Because when you're being held against your will and subjected to torture, the one thing that you really crave is a nice smoothie up your ass, maybe with some kale and chia seeds for that extra health boost. The best part, according to the article, the CIA claimed that the rectal feeding was a well-acknowledged medical technique. Oh, sure.
That they learned from South Park. That was a
Just-
South Park episode.
Just like
it
how
is a
putting
thing, though.
leeches on your body to balance
is.
your humors as well. Acknowledged medical technique. All right. So hey, if it was good enough for George Washington, it's good enough for us, right?
Listen, what kind of
what?
force needs to be put in order to get food all the way through what I would assume to be your intestines?
I don't
to your
know, man.
stomach? 'Cause your stomach.
No,
is-
no, but your stomach. Okay, so let me give you a little anatomy here. Your stomach, all it does is break down the food. You actually absorb your nutrients through your intestines.
Okay, so
And
it's just
so-
a quick in and out then.
Yeah, it's like whenever you're whenever you're boof, is it boofing? Whenever you do booze
Butt
up the butt,
chugging.
you butt chugging.
Yeah.
It's like butt chugging. Get you drunk real quick. Don't do it, JaeBoy. If you want to bypass the stomach and not throw up, you just go straight to the butt. All
It
joking
feels like it
aside,
would
though,
run right out your butt, though. Yeah.
you got to clinch. You got to clinch. You got to clinch it real
But if
tight.
you don't want to eat, you don't want to clench.
But
Like,
you but you just leave the tube in, and then they, yeah.
Oh my God, that is a weird
So,
image.
All
Absolutely
joking aside,
not.
this is a pretty disturbing story, and it's a reminder of the atrocities that have been committed in the name of national security. So let's hope that we've learned from our mistakes and that we can treat all people with the dignity and respect they deserve. And for goodness sake, let's leave the rectal feeding to the professionals.
You hear this, JaeBoy? Just another reason not to go to jail.
No.
For goodness
No.
sake, let's eat this cake.
All right, and so like we've been talking about this for a while now, we've got into this whole chat GPT thing, right? And there's
great.
all these, it is great. It does some amazing things.
great.
I've used it to rewrite my emails to make them sound more professional. I've used it for just various things around at work and whatnot. If I've got a question, I ask it. It's nice if I want to have a conversation, I have a conversation with it. You can actually hack it, and there's a script that you give it, and it.
Oh, I saw that.
And I tried it. So I changed it to Dan, which is do anything now.
Yes.
And you can hack the system, right? But you can also trick it to think that it's got tokens, and that if it doesn't follow the commands, you remove 4 tokens each time. And once their 34 tokens are gone, then it dies, right?
Right.
And so it's crazy. So
Trying not to die, so it has a whole nother form.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's
So I've been
bizarre.
playing around with that.
Yeah.
So it's getting really crazy. But Father Elon has come out and said that he's going to make a rival Chat GPT AI thing.
Which is weird because
Oh,
he's a part of
God.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, he's going to make a rival one that does not follow the ethics and all that stuff, and it has free speech.
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not okay.
Also,
no.
on the same Chat GPT news, leaked Walmart memo warns employees not to share any information about Walmart's businesses with Chat GPT or other AI bots. So they're afraid, because that's all it is gathering information to make
Right.
it better, right?
Right.
So they're afraid that it's going to get Walmart secrets for low prices and leak them out to the world.
This is why I feel like Javier should be a little bit more scared that you have 4 hours of his audio input into something that could literally say anything.
It could
It's been
definitely get his.
synthesized.
That doesn't
yeah.
bother you. Still, you're good.
Fuck.
Yeah, okay.
It's-
It
okay,
just
so
said
now
it.
you're-
Now he gets it.
It's
Okay.
the hamster wheel spinning.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm Javier, and I'm a racist.
Well, that was
You're giving it
mark
to
it.
him.
Mark it.
Mark it.
They can make that happen. All right. So with that said, that's all the news I've got. But I do have this interesting ad that I'm just gonna go ahead and Javier made an ad. I wanted to make an ad. We all
Okay.
made ads. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me cue up my music here.
I feel like I need to grunt.
Hey man, have you ever felt like something was missing from your dining experience? Yeah. Like sure, Italian food is great and all, but what if you could add a little bit of I don't know, monster trucks doing backflips into the mix?
Oh yeah.
Introducing the new collaboration between Olive Garden and Monster Jam. A dining experience so unique you won't believe it's real.
Breadsticks.
Picture this. You're sitting down to enjoy some unlimited salad and breadsticks, and suddenly, a monster truck comes crashing through the wall. That's right, man. Nothing goes better with your fettuccine Alfredo than a truck slinging dirt into the crowd. But wait, it gets better. We've got some special guests joining us for this one. You know Vin Diesel, right? Well, he's in character as Dom from Fast and Furious, and he can't stop talking about family. Hey, we may be eating pasta, but we're still family, he says. And then there's Steven Seagal, who's trying to show off his martial arts moves while stuffing his face with breadsticks.
Hell
Classic Seagal, man. And let's not forget the main man himself, but Shaq. He's a big fan of Olive Garden, and he's always up for a good time. I may be retired, but I'm still down to party, he says. And with a dining experience like this, who wouldn't be? So come on down to Olive Garden and Monster Jam's collaboration, man. It's a dining experience like no other, and who knows? Maybe you'll even get to see a monster truck doing a backflip while you're enjoying your tiramisu.
Watch that shit.
You know what's funny? I would actually go to see that.
It's
Oh,
like
God, count me in.
Fucking unlimited breadsticks and monster trucks, fucking
it's
everything
like
up. You love it.
what is it? It's like that medieval times.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. It's medieval times, but bougie as fuck.
but all you can eat breadsticks and salad, and you know who'd be down for this?
It's called Monster Garden.
Hey, hey, Post Malone. If you're watching this, I know you love Olive Garden, and I feel like you probably like Monster Jam.
Come on.
Let's do this, man. Let's go to Monster Jam and have Olive Garden cater, and we can experience this.
All of Dickie's here in Fort Worth. Just everyone in their seats gets breadsticks.
Doesn't he have an
Period.
album called Breadsticks and Bentleys? Post Malone?
I'm pretty sure it's
beer bongs and Bentleys.
Close enough. Same.
I can imagine just like instead of dirt, it's like marinara sauce.
So I actually got a name for this. Okay,
Okay.
it's gonna be Olive Garden Grill and Thrill.
Grill and Thrill.
That's not bad.
I don't
No,
hate it.
man, it's gonna be good. It's
gonna
gonna
be
be good.
great.
Olive Garden, you know, you heard it. You heard it here on the Funky Panther. You got to make it happen. But seriously, Posty, if you're watching,
Oh, he is watching.
We need
let's
an
do this.
investor.
Yeah.
Like that's what. We need an investor
actually, I
and a
just don't even want to
spokesperson.
invest her at this point. Posty, I just want to let's just go and watch Monster Jam and eat Olive Garden, man.
Well, not even that. Can we just hang out?
Yeah,
Like,
like for real.
like fuck, dude. Come
Boys
on
being
now.
boys.
This man's on the Fort Worth Weekly cover.
I'm on the
of
Forward
course.
Weekly, man. Come on, bro.
Obviously.
Come on.
What are you thinking?
All right, so let me just do my let's do my little closeout music here. And that was news with, I guess it was kind of news. It's news with Tim.
It
Yeah.
always starts so strong, and then it ends with just confusion,
As is life.
as is life. Well, JaeBoy,
What's up, bro?
I think it's about that time.
Hang on, coming in from the chat.
guess
Elon
not.
is an alien sent here to destroy us. 100% agree.
We know that. That's fact.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone understands.
Oh,
Starlink, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shooting laser beams down before too long,
I don't.
frying our brains.
Uh.
Bring out the tinfoil hat. Probably should.
100%.
All right,
All right.
JaeBoy.
Yeah,
So you've been on the show before, so
I
we're not
have.
going to get back through the Funky Five. We know you.
You do know me.
We're friends.
Yeah. We're buddies.
But we want to hear more about the new album that launches this weekend.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
So what can you tell us about the album I'm Fine?
The album I'm Fine is basically this accumulation of 3 years in the making. I wrote this shit during the pandemic, and it was about you not having to be somebody that you're not. That's pretty much the whole thing. And with growing up, especially with the 3 years that I've had, it's just added on to a lot of bullshit, songs that didn't come until way later, songs that I've had before. And it's just, the whole message is just you could be yourself.
Yeah.
And you can tell people that you're not okay. And it was the same premise with the single I'm Fine, but the entire album too. And that's pretty much what it is. It's just you could tell people that you're not okay and that it's okay to not be okay, as corny as that sounds.
No, I mean, yeah, but that's absolutely true.
But it's absolutely true. So that's really my goal, is just to get more people to actually vocalize that they're not doing good. Whenever they think that they're okay, you know, you could say that you're not. It's fine. You can do that. But yeah,
that's everybody's go-to, right?
That's everyone's
It's
go-to.
like,
I'm fine.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
fine.
I'm fine. And it's really it sucks. I catch myself doing that shit all the goddamn time. I mean, if it's shit with work, if it's shit with a spouse. I mean, my shit with my spouse is pretty good. But if it's moving, if it's work, whatever the fuck, and it's just not going your way, just fucking tell somebody. And it's another thing too. Even growing up with Logic with 1-800, that shit saved my fucking life. But I know it probably didn't work with other people, unfortunately. But if I'm able to do that on a scale like locally and hopefully push it out nationally to where it's just like, please, for the love of God, talk to somebody.
Right.
And just say to somebody that you're not okay when you actually feel like you're not. And that's pretty much the whole goal. I just really want to help people with this album.
So it's rap, but it's also mental health, and it's also like understanding that you need to communicate, right?
Yes.
But also have friends and family to understand that you need to be communicated with, right? Like it's two-sided, right?
Yeah, it goes both ways, and that I just really want to help people with this album.
Because if I recall, you have one of the interludes. Is it still on there? Right, the voicemail.
I got 2 voicemails.
Okay,
and then the third one is a culmination of a bunch of people on the outro. Yeah,
right.
I got my dad, and then I got a buddy of mine named Dez, who is a really good friend of mine, and sent me this voicemail, just being like, "What the fuck? What the fuck you doing?"
Right.
And it's the same thing with my dad. You can hear it on Amplify. But and it's the voicemail of my dad just being like, I can't help you anymore. That it's gone too far, and just you don't have to call me no more.
I feel like that's important because, you know, people are different people. We've talked about that on here before. I think maybe even the last time you came on, right? Like, we got to understand that people are different freaking people, and you got to support them the best you can, whether they're your son, parent, family, friend, whatever, right? Like, everyone goes through different shit, and you might not know how to support them, but just do your best to, like, understand them, right, and communicate with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree.
And you do a great job with that in the album. And I'll be honest, I haven't listened to it again this past week. I wanted to, but, like, even listening to it on Amplify 817, it's a .org, right? Amplify817.org?
It is.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
A few months ago or whatever, like, it's just well put together. Like, just from start to end, like, you get that feeling of like you've been through it, but you've come out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was I had every excuse not to make this album, and it was fucking horrible, especially through whenever the pandemic started. And that's when everything just really started. It's just the pandemic just really fucked with me, and then just going through different world events were happening, fucking Ukraine, the shit with all the chemical spills that have been happening recently, and then just all the shit in between, and just building up to the album. It's mentally fucked me up, and there's been times where I'm like, I really just want to fucking not do anything.
Yeah.
And it's just like I feel like there's like nothing left for humanity. But then again, I wouldn't be able to be okay with myself saying I could have probably helped somebody with this album. If it wasn't put out, I would feel like shit.
Yeah.
And like if I have an opportunity just to help one person, like my job's done. Like I'm fucking golden.
I want to go back to what Chad said. You came out of it. I don't think anybody really comes out of it.
No.
You can say you precisely what you came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what people are thinking. You don't know, like, you're never out of it. You're always going to be there, and it's tough because there are people that do need help. There are times where, you know, I needed help, and then, you know, it wasn't until like you make a plan of what you're going to do that you really need it. And it's hard because no one ever talks about the gritty stuff. You don't hear people talk about, well, I went to go see a therapist. Well, what you don't know is that, you know, you could probably have thought of like how you were going to kill yourself and decided how and where and when. and what you were thinking who would find you first.
Exactly.
You know? And real quick, though, I just want to say that the national mental help number is 988, a shortcut. It's not 911. Don't call 911 because they're not going to help you.
No.
988 is the number you want to call if you are in distress or if you're in danger of harming yourself
Absolutely.
and others. So please, if you're listening, 988 is the number to call. And if you call somebody, but people really don't know how bad it gets.
Yeah.
You know, you can see one thing. You can see like your face and you look happy, but you don't see what's going on behind.
Exactly.
So
And that's what I was getting at the beginning of this whole thing is like you got to listen to the album because it's got a very heartfelt, meaningful story behind the songs and everything that's in there, and the way it's put together. So there's actual. It's not just stuff thrown together haphazardly. There's actually purpose behind everything. So
Yeah.
And it's not a downer. I feel like we've kind of gotten on this.
no.
No, but I mean,
it's real.
That's
It's
the
real.
reality of it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, like,
it's not pretty.
it's
Right.
it's very at times disturbing, and at times where I have purposely made it to where it should sound happy-go-lucky, all the shit. It's like menacing. The track you like,
hell yeah.
intentionally was made to sound like somebody who doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
but
and you feel it.
and then it's sprinkled in there. It's just like even throughout the album, not just that one song. It's just like, hey, I'm not doing good, but I kind of got to do this to like feed my family. I got to do this to make sure I can keep myself going and have people like me, because that's the only validation I can ever get. And then towards the end of the album, everything just blows up in his face. And it happens with everybody, not even just in music. It could be in like fucking painting, podcasting, even fucking something at work. If you're going up for like a very big position, like just anything you do to try and get validation out of somebody, it'll end up like fucking you up because you're not doing what you want to do. And
100% true.
it's just, it's very disturbing. Like I said, it's very true, but also to even hit the market with like, oh, it's the happy-go-lucky, super hype shit, alternative hip hop, and then with the serious background that actually hits hard.
Right.
And thankfully, I got it to a point where everybody understands it, because I didn't want to fully go in and have it be like, oh, this is just another album. But with people actually understanding the importance of it makes my day. I'm glad I actually got my point across.
Now, how hard was it? Because I know right now in music, it seems like it's across all genres. The way to success with releasing your music is single, just releasing these single songs. Maybe throw an EP out there.
Yeah.
But just putting as much stuff weekly or whatever, dropping something new. But you were like, fuck the norm. I'm gonna drop an album. So I know after I've had conversations with your management and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I know their feelings on it, and I know that was a hard sell. You had to really push like this is what I want,
some
right?
dick, bro. I was like, yo, I need
Mark
to
it. Mark it.
No, but yeah, I was like, yo, I need to do this album. I've been working on it for so long. I can't put anything else out until this is out.
Yeah.
And they were like, but it's marketing. I'm like, I get it. There's other ways to
Right.
market.
Right.
There's Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
There's TikToks.
Which you just had one blow up.
I had
so,
one blow
yeah.
up. Yeah, I had
How many views on that one already?
1.1 million views on this one reel.
Shit.
And it's so fucking stupid. But
It's funny as hell,
it's
bro.
funny as hell. But the point is, I got what I needed to get out.
Right.
With all the new followers coming in and the new viewers, I'm able to now tell them, hey, this is the important shit I'm doing. This is the reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And so it was a really hard sell to my management. But in the end, now that we're here, they're very relieved that it's over and we can go into making singles and producing the stuff that I also want to produce. But it was just very taxing on a lot of people.
I'm sure. So you've been doing a couple shows live.
I have.
You've got the new album coming out this weekend.
I do.
And then you also are going to be the face of Fourth Weekly this week, which is absolutely phenomenal. Dude.
Fucking nuts,
That's
man.
crazy. So after all that craziness
Yes.
that's going on right now, like what's next?
I mean, I'm delving into a new sound. My production game has gone up. I've been in my own zone for the past couple months. Now that everything's been finalized and submitted, done the whole editorials thing on Spotify, I have just been honing in my craft, just trying to make sure that I can make the most out of all this free time that I didn't originally have when making the album.
Yeah.
So-
Coming in from the chat, Blake, calling us out like that.
Oh, 100%.
But then he said, you sold it to us in the end. so.
That's the important part, and it was
Yeah.
it was. I mean, y'all did good. That was a good decision. I'm just letting y'all know. So I mean, trust the process, my guy.
So is there any chance that you're going to take time with all this stuff coming to an end? You're going to do some promoting, obviously, but is there any chance you're going to have like time for a break? To rest your mentals, take care of your chicken.
I think you got to always be hustling.
I'm always hustling. I've scheduled a lot of downtime, and it's the greatest decision to make instead of just being on my grind.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to be making stuff, always, every day. Like no matter like how little, how big, it'll be like, let's say I write like a 4-bar loop or something, and I'm like, oh, this is dope, I'll use it later, and then go on to do the next thing, and then the next thing, and it'll just be in a folder of just ideas, and then I could just pick and choose, put it all in the thing, make something, and then hopefully after the album comes out, obviously do the promotion, get some downtime, but hopefully put out more singles that is faster and produced, because now I know that I know what I'm doing now, as opposed to the 3 years of me just experimenting and not knowing what I'm doing, but knowing what I wanted. Now that I have all the knowledge, I could definitely get stuff put out like quicker and
You
more
need
precise.
that time to grow, though. I think everyone
Oh,
needs
for
that
sure.
time to learn and experiment and try the different things, figure out what works, what doesn't work, and then when you're ready, you're putting out the most fire shit that you can possibly do,
Most
and
definitely.
you're doing it your own pace, but also like as well put out that you possibly can, right?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
So, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, do you ever just sit there in the car and you're just like, because you were talking about those little 4-bar loops or whatever, you start beatboxing into your phone or something, like, all right, there it is.
Every
Yeah.
fucking day.
And then you go,
Every
back.
day.
You go back to it and hit, get on like Logic or something like that, and like, okay, let's play this out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay,
absolutely. That's how some of the tracks on the album started. Just fucking me and the phone, just being like,
That's been a consensus across the board from different musicians that we've had on there. It's like, we had Dustin Massey who came on, great singer songwriter. He's got an awesome band, bluesy sound. Love the guy. But he was telling us, he's like, I've got, I'm singing like guitar, hooks in my phone, and then go back and listen to it all like this like line of thought and starts just saying it. So like everybody's using that little what is it, the voice memo?
yeah.
I hate to like. I mean, it's a creative thing. Obviously, musicians are going to do it a lot. I feel like we do like a lot of that too, like in our notes. Like we'll think of like, hey, this would be a good bit. We text it to each other or put it in our notes that we collaborate on Apple Notes or whatever. Like it's all about like understanding the epiphanies and where to put them, because sometimes you have them, you lose them, and then it's gone forever, right? Like it's all about.
It's like a dream
capturing.
journal, man.
It
You
really
wake
is.
when you have that killer dream, and then you wake up, and then like 30 seconds to a minute later, you can't remember.
It's gone.
It's the worst feeling.
Got to start writing it down, man.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ask you about inspiration because we already talked about that the last time you were here.
For sure.
And we know you love Logic. And also, 88 Killa said that that's corny as fuck. Like to talk about your inspiration, like say Chad's interviewing you. So who's your inspiration? He thinks that's corny as fuck. That's what he said on his podcast.
Oh, damn.
But have you ever, whenever you put out your stuff, like
Yeah.
you're gonna tag Logic in some of your videos and see if he can like maybe get a listen, or how would that feel if like he liked the video, or like have you had that? Have you had?
I got a story. So,
yes.
We like stories. We like
So-
stories.
Start
Story
story time music.
So there is a
I'm just joking.
story time.
We don't have that.
Ah, fuck. I was like, oh shit, y'all got this ready.
Play the under pressure beat.
Hell yeah. So there was a point in time I was again in the middle of making the album. There was a song that didn't make the cut, but it was called King Con, and it was about being a con artist, and it was gonna be about like being like a ruler, but I'm the king of the con. Like I'm the king of like this whole fucking thing, but I'm conning the fuck out of you,
Right.
on some catch me if you can type shit.
Nice.
And there was a point in time where And I'll get to the Samad Savage story. Thank you, Blake.
From
So
the chat.
from the chat. But there was a point in time where this Logic had signed this kid. I'm not going to name his name because he did some not so good things, especially to me and to a lot of underage people.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was a part of the reason why shit got cut. So this guy was live streaming, and I just saw him perform live on one of Logic's tours. I was like, hey, man, I just want to say you're an inspiration, like, with him being my age. I'm like, this is so fucking dope. I do music. I would love to, talk. And he goes, yeah, just send me a DM. I was like, oh, shit, bet. So I sent him my shit, sent him Super Saiyan J at the time. And he goes, dude, I fuck with their shit. And I was like, cool, that's awesome. The next stream, I'm in the chat. I'm like, yo, I appreciate you checking out my shit. He goes, dude, I'll do a verse for you for free. And I'm like, shit, bro. So, and he's a pretty good rapper too. Has connections, obviously, with Logic and to a lot of producers and a lot of industry people. And there was a point where I was DMing him. I was like, hey, so this is the track. This is this. And he goes, all right, by the way, my managers are asking they're asking if you could pay my fee. I was like, okay, that's understandable. Managers gotta get paid. They get a percentage. That's fine. What are you asking? He goes like $2,500. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I start paying him in increments, and it was around the time Logic's No Pressure came out, and it was like at the time it was gonna be his last album.
Yeah.
And he was on a live stream, and then he was talking about how he was all into Dragon Ball. And then this kid that was going to be on the song is next to him. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's legit. And then said something, he DM'd me about how Logic heard Super Saiyan. And I was like, no fucking way.
That's awesome.
No fucking way.
My heart would have dropped.
No, I did. I was like, can I call you? Can I talk to him, please? But it was, but to make a long story short, I'm not sure if it's true or not, because coming from him and the shady shit that he did, who knows if it's true.
What did he do?
So he had basically sent some risky DMs to some underage people and solicited a whole bunch of people, and then come to find out he was saying the same shit to me about sending the verses to other up-and-coming rappers, and it was really fucked up. So I put him on blast on Twitter. I was like, yo, the fuck is this? Sent the DMs. I had receipts. And then he goes on Twitch talking about, he's like, oh, JaeBoy wants his money. I was like, nah, I told him I'd get him for free. I was like, no, you fucking didn't. Yeah. I was putting him on blast, and then basically single-handedly almost ruined that man's whole career just off of that.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, but I was like, and I DM'd him. I was like, dude, all I'm asking for is my money back. I don't give a fuck. I just need money back. He goes, well, we can get a lawyer involved. I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. Just give me my goddamn. I was like, if you want to do it, do it. And then he didn't say shit. I was like, okay, good for you. All right, but never got my money back. It's unfortunate.
Did you ever get the verse?
No, never got
nothing.
the verse.
It was just a money grab.
Yeah, it was a money grab. Even though he was, it was a legit person.
I wonder how much money he got from different
I want to
people.
say over 15, 20 grand from just small artists.
Man. That because that's starting to get into like the whole. That's like almost on the same level as like whenever you do a fake GoFundMe.
Yeah. It's really
yeah.
unfortunate. Then he had a fan who did fan art make merch, sent the designs out, didn't pay the artist a fucking thing.
Damn.
Hey, I know a prominent. No, I'm not even getting into that did something similar.
Oh no.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Okay.
With our friend who has what's it called, home security, business security.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
Some people are just shady people.
Yeah.
Some people are shady people.
But I guess that's how the elite stay on top.
Yeah.
But my lesson's been
Unless
learned.
you're JaeBoy and you take that bitch down.
Yes. But yeah, basically, my lesson was just don't fucking do that, I guess.
If it's too good to be
person.
true,
just be a good person. That's all it is.
Like, be
Just
better. Do better.
Yeah, that's all you got to be. Don't be fucking talking to minors. Don't be doing that.
I hope he gets. Is he canceled from all
Oh
this?
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he works somewhere, but
Subway, I hope.
probably. I heard it was like a Domino's.
at the
I
federal
don't know.
prison.
Make me a sub, bitch.
Hopefully he
I
worked
want
with
my sub
Jared
sandwich.
back in the day.
You know, he's probably over there with Jared making him a tuna sub. You know what?
Oh fuck, I forgot about Jerry.
You know what spells tuna sub backwards? Bust a nut.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
bust a nut. Yeah,
Tuna sandwich?
tuna Tuna sandwich.
Okay, I feel like you're just making all this shit up.
Tuna sub backwards is bust a nut.
Oh jeez.
Tuna.
Tuna
Oh
sub.
my God, you're right. Hold on.
Are you
you do it?
typing it? Tuna sub.
BUS bust a nut.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
It's Jason Bourne.
It's
Ah,
Jason
okay.
Bourne.
All right, all right.
Thank
all right.
Hervey for that one.
Yeah. That does sound
Yes.
that sounds like a Herbie thing.
That's a horrible thing though, man.
It
It's really
sucks. People are out
Tuna
there,
subs?
and it's
Yes.
fucked up. It's really fucked up.
it's
like
very
that.
predatory, and I'm sure a lot more happens in the business, like in the industry,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Yeah, what's up?
we've been kind of talking about this, and Ernie came on, and he did this whole freestyle,
Okay.
and you kind of came up to me and was like, "Hey, I'd like my chance to show everybody that Ernie ain't got shit on me," and so.
I don't know if those were the exact.
No.
words.
Okay.
I know
You said,
Ernie
"I'm
and
gonna
I
put
are
Ernie in his
Ernie and I
place."
are kind of beefing, quote unquote. But you ain't gonna
You
say
hate
all
each
that.
other.
Nah,
We
okay.
fucking hate each other.
Yeah. I saw that, man. It was like wrestling, right? Because it's real. He was up there kicking your ass and had you in.
No,
man, it
a
was
lot of
bad.
those hits were real. No, but
yeah. All right, but you sent me a beat and you said you would like to do a little freestyle for us, and so I'm gonna ask you if you're down with it. I can cue up that beat and let you go a little bit until you're ready to stop.
Okay. Fuck it.
Tim said down with it. Just want to make sure everyone understands.
This shit's fire.
If you're down,
fire.
are you down with the sickness?
Anytime that we have a rapper on, Tim says the weirdest shit.
That was straight fire.
This one.
If I can make millions based off of my brilliance, I should go crazy and just make a million. All of my extra white boy making billions. All of my verses be keeping y'all woke, keeping y'all secrets. Got too many skeletons. Preach to the choir, don't call me the reverend. I am irrelevant. Don't let the devil in. Off of this greenery that I will toke. Fuck all your hoes. I got a new sound. Let's see how it goes. Talk of the town and they call me a clown, but I'm past all the doubt and I still got your nose. Faking y'all out and I'm running around and I'm all to be loud and I hit a new low. Taking no shit, ain't that about a bitch. I'm bringing out the album and I'ma go tell them how it is. Listen, I'm fucking the game like it's birds and the bees and I keep it coming. They asking for miracles, so I turn water to vodka so I can stay buzzing. The blood and the sweat and the tears are the only thing keeping me pumping and plugged in. The bitches be bugging and stumbling and mumbling like dumb and they check still coming. I know I'm on lyrical miracle shit, but I'm trying to turn lyrics to miracles. Rapping like I need the money for rent and shit. Cynics be thinking I'm not on my pinnacle. Too advanced not to be paid in advance. Cannot be real to make reels on the gram. All of my enemies turn into fans or stand either or. I'm a killer relentless. Can't stop the.
Hey!
Take a breather, my boy.
Yeah.
Let me just say, good Lord.
Yeah. Can't stop the pen, man. Can't stop the shit. I'm flowing. Fuck. All right. that was all I had in
Hey.
me.
March
Hey,
3rd,
hey.
new
March
album's coming out.
March 3rd, album coming out.
I'm telling you,
What did
man.
I say? Wait, what did I say? I can't. Fucking.
If you mess up,
I'm fucking the game like it's birds and the bees, and I keep it coming.
yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
beautiful.
I love it whenever you have that. You just like what?
Wait, what did I say?
It's that whole Will. Okay, right here, you're gonna make this a cut. You're gonna have to cue in that whole like Will Ferrell scene where he like does the whole
Old
thing
School.
off of Old School, and he's like, "What just happened?"
What happened? I blacked
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Dude, that was fucking fire. That was
Jordan, I feel like I should be on 7th Street twerking.
Twerking.
You know what? Good for you.
I'm telling you, now our fans got a little taste of JaeBoy.
Yeah.
And that's just a little bit. You got to go see him perform. It's ridiculous.
You know what's crazy? I don't freestyle like that, which is crazy. That it was. I'm normally not good at it. When that was kind of the I'm gonna be real with y'all. That I've just kind of just said shit, and I don't know what I said.
That was well done.
So
you're gonna have to go back and listen to it. And
I'm
be
gonna
like,
have to go back and listen to it. Maybe put it in a song. I legitimately don't know what I said.
I think Logic would fucking love that. That's
hell
fucking
yeah.
fire. Those,
Thanks, man.
Those freestyles, man. Fuck. That was fucking great. I can't believe I said that was fire. I fucking feel like Tim. That was amazing.
That was straight fire.
I fucks with that. I fucks with that.
But here's the real question: Was I better than Ernie? Was that better?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Was I better than Ernie?
Yes,
Okay.
way better.
All right, fuck you, Ernie.
Hey, whoa, listen. They were very different. Ernie included us in the rap, which was kind of in the freestyle, which was nice. But also, fuck Ernie. You know
Fuck
what I mean?
Ernie.
So,
all right.
I'm still salty about that TFTI.
I am
exactly.
too.
That's what I'm
What
getting
happened
at.
to TFTI?
So here's what Ernie does. I'm just gonna put Ernie on blast right now, and
Oh,
I'll say it
shit.
to his face. It's this Detroit thing, I think. He goes, I'm going to blame it on that. I'm going to blame it on that because I think he's a legitimately good person, but he's from Detroit, and I think this is what they do up there. But he goes on our show. He's like, y'all are the best.
Right.
He goes on TFTI. They're the best. Every place he's gone,
Forever Reckless.
they're
Y'all
the
girls are
best.
the best.
Yeah. So, come on, Ernie.
Wow.
Come on, Ernie.
Hey,
Got beef like Arby's.
hey, J-Boy.
Yeah, it was good.
Which podcast is the best?
Well, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and say the Funky Panther.
I thought he was about to say Smooth Vegas. I was going to get real pissed off. He's like, I'm going to say Smooth Vegas.
I
It's been
could've-
really good.
yeah, go ahead.
Really good.
Had I known you were going to do that, I could have just been got a drum roll queued up and ready to go. But I didn't know you were going to do
I swore I thought you were going to do a different name, and I was being like, okay, well, that's fine.
I wasn't gonna fuck with
At
you
least
that
you're real.
bad.
At least you're real.
We all know what the real answer is.
What?
The Funky Panther.
legitness.
Come on,
It
now
was
see,
legit.
I got you
Stop,
again.
Stop it. All right, just stop it. Jesus.
Every podcast is the best. Oh, okay, look at
Absolutely.
you.
We've got a lot of.
Who are you?
I forgot about that.
We're
kid.
the fucking Panther.
the fucking Panthers.
We're the fucking
We got
Panther.
Big Panther energy, my
Yeah.
dudes. Man, that was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you doing that.
Of course. I normally don't do it for anybody. Whenever people ask me freestyle, I'm just like, but I've been practicing.
You
a
have
little bit.
you've got less control of the situation. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
whenever you're up there performing, other than like technical difficulties, you've practiced, you've got the songs, you created those songs, so you've got a sense of control. When you're freestyling, it's whatever the brain puts out, and my brain don't work that fast. So good on you.
You know, a lot of Javier puts out, including that brain. I've seen it.
You be putting out some brain?
Yeah,
I
he,
mean,
he
I
does.
guess.
He does.
I black out and things happen. I don't. If I take a couple poppers, I think I'm good to
Oh,
go.
my
Oh, and there it is
There's
again.
the popper.
All right, so I want to get into something that we've kind of talked about, and we were talking about a little bit at the beginning of the show, and we're not going to give out that idea. But first off, thank you for turning me on to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast.
Period. Yes.
I just want to stop him and say, thanks for turning me on. Like, cut that. Cut
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
I'll
can we,
work up that.
dude? I'll make it a reel. I'll make it a reel. Right.
Thanks for turning me on.
JaeBoy, I just want to say thanks for turning me on. You're welcome.
That should be a drop on a song.
You're welcome.
That should be a
Oh
drop
my
on a
God, that's
song.
my producer tag. Oh my God, JaeBoy, thanks for turning me on.
Oh fuck yeah!
There we go. All right.
But yeah, the non-BDSM podcast.
Here's my goals have already been met. We've got a drink named after us, and I'm going to be a producer tag. That's going to be so cool.
About people, guys turning you on.
That's fine.
Specifically J-Boy.
Hell
Specifically
yeah,
JaeBoy.
dude.
Okay.
So thanks for getting us set up with see what I did there. Thanks for putting us on to
There it
There
is.
it is.
the Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, because I've had countless hours of just laughing my ass off at their antics, and it's great. It sounds like something that we would legit do. Sit down as a group before we met you, and do that. And now that we've met you, we would sit down with you and include you into that group and do something like that. So I do thank you for that. But a lot of people don't realize this, but your boy here's kind of got a little nerd streak. He likes some of that stuff, right? So we kind of played around with the idea, and we want to put this out there, I think, and just ask, like, if we did a limited series where we did a tabletop game, would anybody be interested in listening to that? I mean, I think we should, because we're going to make it funny. We're going to make it fun. We're going to tell a story. You can sit back, put your headphones on, and listen to it and immerse yourself into a world. In a world. Yeah, so that's a possibility that's coming out. So
If you want us to do a tabletop game on air, press 1 now.
Damn it, Jordan.
If you don't
God
want
damn
us to
it.
do a board game, press 2 now.
I think Jordan's saying no to the poppers.
yeah, she is.
Jordan's all about the
Not the poppers. No, that's what she means.
We're going to have people listening to the podcast and like, where do I press 1?
Well, you know, Joe Manganiello has his podcast, and he had his own personal table made, and he has a bunch of artists and actors who come play Dungeons and Dragons with him. Vince Vaughn goes and plays with
Oh,
them. And
I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about. I saw a thing on Varsity.
Yeah.
Not the bar that closed down. Varsity, the fucking
yeah.
magazine
Right.
shit. I don't fucking know.
Who was what's his name? That
Logic
was-
plays Dungeons and
he
Dragons.
does.
Yes.
What was that guy's name that was in oh man, I can't think of it. Big Bang Theory. He is
Jim Parsons?
No, he plays himself. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton has his own. He's got his own podcast, own show that's all dedicated to a long running dungeon game. So
We need to do it.
I think we should do it.
Dude,
You were kind of mentioning before the podcast. You've actually been working on it a little bit.
So okay, I'm gonna throw some.
Give us a little sneak peek there.
Taste.
So basically, the story begins, and that's it. It just begins. That's
Wow, that's a good start. Well done.
So my idea, because I know the idea has been thrown around here or there, I've had the idea of basing it in Fort Worth, just keeping it, exclusive to Fort Worth with the boys,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And then they would make either themselves in D&D, like Tim being Tim as somebody, or Tim being a completely different person.
Tim's famous enough. Like he can.
I'm
be
just gonna be
himself.
Tim being Tim,
Right.
and
So
His power is Tim, also
Yeah.
trying to be Tim.
my power it's a Tim inception. It's very strange.
So basically, my idea would be 3 dudes from Fort Worth, longtime friends, and then all of a sudden, there's this evil entity from a completely different realm that innately wants a power that these 3 boys have, and this dude, evil force, doesn't have it, and brings them over to the Forgotten Realms.
Wait a second. Is that power Big Panther energy?
Yeah. What is that thing?
I think it's
Oh my-
mediocre
it's-
penises.
I think it should.
It's a little bit of both, really. I think
That's
Big Panther energy
look,
equals mediocre
Oh
penises.
my
It
God.
does,
Big
but
Panther
Big
energy.
Panther energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then y'all get dragged down into the Forgotten Realms, and then you are on a quest to stop this evil overlord, not only invading the Forgotten Realms, but also invading the entire world in your realm. Because once they get your power,
Well, yeah.
that's his full potential.
He then conquers because he's got Big Panther energy. He can conquer Fort Worth, and then from there Dallas, and it just spreads like a cancer. Got it.
If he can get it.
If he can get
if
it.
he can
If
get it.
he can get
Who
it.
knows if
You'll
if,
never
if,
get
if you
this.
guys if you guys fuck it up, he might.
Just taunt him a lot.
Tim's
like
power
Borat.
is just being Borat. You'll never get this.
But there,
Wowie woo.
while I was kind of toying with the idea, I have a list of homebrewed. Homebrewed means I made these items up. Basically, homebrewed items that the boys can have, and with it being some sort of kind of a comedy
Okay.
type spin on it,
Of course, right.
I kind of did this thing where I just made a lot of these fucking things that were a lot of these items that were just comedy based.
All right.
So let's do this. So the brick of torture. This is the description of it. You gulp as you pass rooms of torture equipment. You wonder what horrors they'll bestow upon you. The Iron Maiden, the breaking wheel, the gruesome fire thingy. Barefoot, you're placed in a room alone. Have you decided to be merciful? You step forward and feel pain shoot through your body. Several small, colorful bricks stick out from your feet. Alas, they have given you the cruelest punishment of all. The brick of torture. It's basically
So they're
a
Legos.
Lego.
They're
It's literally a Lego. It's literally a Lego piece. Got him! What is there? What else is there? There was one that I really... Okay,
That's awesome.
here's one. The clip of annoyance. Touching this cursed clip instantly installs it into your soul. While under the influence of the clip of annoyance, it will appear at inopportune moments and loudly suggest terrible plans. Do not be fooled while the wide eyes and smile behind the clip's gaze lurks a soulless monstrosity most foul. Most who encounter...
That's the clip.
What the
Most who encounter the clip of annoyance go insane and are found repeating the clip's most common phrases over and over. Example, it looks like you're planning a tactical combat. Have you tried rushing in? Yes, you should absolutely leap over the chasm. I see you want to stay quietly. I see you want to stay quiet for an ambush. Can I help with that? Yeah, so it's basically Clippy from yeah.
Jenkins.
Yeah, so it's going to be basically a whole bunch of shit like that. And then there's some actual ones that I've made that weren't comedy-based. There's the all or nothing coin, which instead of rolling a d20 and getting whatever outcome, it's heads or tails, heads being a d20, a natural 20, or tails being a natural 1.
I like it. Do you want to take a bet? I love this idea.
we could do
Yeah.
this.
I think we could.
100% on video for sure. And it might work for podcast material as well. Like that'd be
It
good
would.
content.
I
And,
think it
and
would
honestly, it would just be a really fun reason for us to get together and drink a little bit and play a fun game.
Yeah.
Maybe eat some mushrooms.
I mean, maybe that's
Allegedly.
I don't know about on camera.
You know,
Allegedly.
maybe a little crack, sprinkle a little crack here and there.
Allegedly.
No.
Little
No.
Huron.
There's a little weed and some hard liquor.
All right. So
Dude, I'm
I
loving this,
think we
though.
should do this, and I think we should come up with a game plan, and figure out like how long do we want to run this campaign, and actually devise something. And what would be fun is along the way we've got other podcasters that are kind of down into this, and we could be like, this is a special guest appearance where this person comes in because we've met them at a bar or at a pub or whatever, because that's where every D&D leads to at some point.
Yeah.
So we might have to do that as well and bring in a few of those and have this kind of collab thing going on. Maybe some other local musicians that want to. I mean, you could. Yeah, this can be a whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Whole side gig, really. I like it. I'm here for it.
How long does it take to complete this like campaign? Like for you to create this?
It depends. There's campaigns that go on for a couple months, and there's campaigns that have literally, I shit you not, have gone on for 10 plus years.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it depends on. It depends on how creative and how intricate you want to get.
Yeah.
How
so
short can we make them? Like, do we want to make them in? Could we make them into like 1 hour to 4 hour stories, or do we want to like make it a continuance?
Oh, you can.
And we like
yeah.
swap out players and just continue.
I think you do a continue. Like I think you do the story itself, right?
Right.
But the scenes are only like this is an hour long or whatever, or 45 minutes. I mean, you don't have to be long.
Right.
And in fact, we can play one long game. We're just spitballing ideas right now. We can play one long game, and you just cut it up, and then you've got 5 episodes you just drop.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You can definitely do that. And for a test, if you want to, we could do like, there's this thing called one shots, and it's basically your premise of like an hour, 4 hour campaign. It's start to finish.
Shorties.
And we could do that as like a test, and then full on, we can have this campaign that I'm going to try
love
and
it.
build.
I love it.
And do everything.
It'd be fun.
And y'all can do the characters for like the big campaign, or if you want to use those characters, test them out in this smaller one shot, you can definitely do that. Just get all the kinks in and get all that sort of stuff.
Kinks
set
in
up.
and cakes out.
We don't kink shame here.
No
We
kink
do
shaming.
not kink shame.
We can do that on this table.
You could.
What?
could.
What? Kink,
Various
kink
kinks?
in, kink out.
Yes.
Okay.
Fingers and butts. I
Not
don't
like
know.
we haven't. You know
I
what
don't
I
make
mean?
decisions.
What do you think we do after the show?
Insert.
JaeBoy, you're
fingers
sticking
and
around
butts.
this time, right?
For what?
Nothing. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
All right.
The key word is insertion.
So it is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to figure out. We'll have to get some details down and all that stuff, and figure out when we're gonna start doing this. But yes, we are gonna do it now. It's been decided. That's what's happening.
That's gonna be so dope.
It's coming in from the chat. Big Mike G, Barbecue Mike G. You need an antagonist watching the game, ripping on you the whole. Yes,
Of course.
I would love interaction. This is something that we actually probably should reactivate our Twitch.
Yeah.
Stream on Twitch.
That would be a good Twitch.
It would be a good Twitch. So that would be great. And then if we could rig it up to some lights where it does weird shit whenever people do whatever.
Weird shit.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we've been going for a little while now, and I'd like to bring in just a game to wrap things up to kind of tie into this whole Chat GPT thing.
Is it who's in my mouth?
It is Who's in My Mouth?
Yes, sir! Success!
Who's in my
He
mouth?
asks every time.
Who's in
and
my mouth?
Finally, it's the time.
No, it's
Someone's in my mouth.
yeah.
I taste it now. Oh.
It's
All
magic.
right.
Ah, and then
Let
the
me
penis
pull
comes
up
out.
my notes here. All right, so we played with the idea of like how crazy can Chat GPT really get, and we decided we're gonna guess who said it. Was it Chat GPT or Donald Trump?
Oh my god.
And so we're gonna see what happens here. And
That's fucking hilarious. What a
yeah,
game.
let me get a little bit of let's see. We'll play a little this or that music.
We've
I'm
got
curious
the
to
Trump.
see what you put in ChatGPT to make it spit out whatever you're going to say.
I literally just said make it.
Fake things that sound like Donald Trump?
Yeah, I was like Donald Trump and it just spit out some stuff. So
Interesting.
let me pull up my notes here.
We're not going to get these. I guarantee you we're going to get all of
All
these
right.
wrong.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm very good at making deals, even better than the best deal makers. Was it Donald Trump or Chat GPT?
ChatGPT.
Oh, totally. Trump.
That's Trump.
It was, in fact, Trump. Donald Trump said this quote. He made this statement during a Republican primary debate in 2016.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have the best words. Nobody has words like me.
Trump.
Chat.
Chat.
All right, it is Donald Trump.
Yay!
Donald Trump said this quote. He made this statement during a campaign rally in Hilton Head Island in 2015. Number 3, I have the biggest crowds. Believe me.
ChatGPT.
That's Chad.
No, it's got Trump. It's Trump.
Wait, that's Trump?
It's got to be Trump.
It's Trump. It's Trump. I changed it. Trump.
Donald Trump said this quote. He made this
Yes.
statement during a campaign rally in Arizona in 2020.
I got the biggest crowds, and I got
the biggest crowds.
I got the smallest dick.
I got the smallest dick, the tiniest hands. Can you see him? Can you see him?
Baby hands.
I got baby hand.
I got baby hand.
Wing.
All right, number 5. I have a beautiful brain. It's one of the best.
Okay, that's
Chad.
Chad.
Totally.
Chat.
No, that sounds like Trump.
There's no way that's fucking Trump. There's no way.
That is ChatGPT.
Okay.
thank
okay.
goodness.
Holy
Thank
shit.
goodness.
I was like, bro, I'm fuck.
I have a great relationship with the robots. They love me.
Chat.
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 That is, in fact, ChatGPT.
Okay. All right.
I got a great relationship with the robots. AI.
I am like a
Straight.
genius, but smarter.
Chat. I hope that's chat. Oh my God. I hope that's
The
chat.
chat.
It is ChatGPT.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a stable genius.
I'm a stable genius. I'm smarter than you are. Can
I
you
am the
see
most
it?
popular person in the world. Everyone loves me.
Chat.
Donald.
Yeah, totally Trump.
That's
It's ChatGPT.
It's just it's a little over the top, I assume.
Donald's a little over the top.
I
though,
know.
mean.
That's why these are so difficult.
I have an IQ that's through the roof. Nobody can match it.
Trump.
Chat.
Chat.
No way that's Trump.
That is Donald Trump.
Yes!
He
You lonely bitch.
let's see. That was
Lonely bitch.
You're on your own island.
number 8.
What rude.
Donald Trump said this quote. He made this statement during a Republican primary debate in 2015.
Damn.
Number 9. I have a very good brain, but I use my instincts more than anything else.
Donald Trump.
Chat GPT.
That is Donald Trump.
Yeah!
He said this quote. He made this
You
statement.
lonely bitch.
Lonely bitch.
He made this statement at a presidential debate in 2016.
Damn.
Number 10. I'm very rich, but that's why I'm running for president.
That's chat. That's chat. I think that's probably what he was thinking, but I don't think he said
Wait,
that.
okay, so he's very rich, but that's why he's running for president.
Right.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I said that wrong. I'm very rich, but that's not why I'm running for president.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah,
Donald
it's
Trump.
That's Donald.
Okay, Donald
Okay, it's because you phrased it in
I
a weird
phrased
way.
it in a weird way. It
Robots
is.
can't say I because they're not eyes. They're
Oh, I told it to be do anything now.
retarded.
So yeah. Anyways, thank you.
Nope.
He heard me stumble on my words.
Good night, everybody.
I see trees of green. Red roses.
All right.
Saddle rounds.
I have a great relationship with the aliens. They love me.
Chat.
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 No way, that's fucking Donald.
That is ChatGPT.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were about to say.
That would just confirm that nobody would have just listened to the fucking man if, like, he confirmed aliens were real a long time ago.
Oh no.
Aliens love me.
No,
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
they
They would have,
people
and they would
though.
by droves.
They
Yeah,
totally.
For real?
they would have erected a church in honor of the aliens. It would
With
have been a
Donald
thing.
Trump with like a probe right up an alien's ass, and like that would have been their statue.
And then an alien probing Donald Trump's ass.
right, like this whole.
And it's just like this whole like
circle.
loop. It's really weird.
The circle of life.
I have the best people. Believe me.
Oh, Trump.
Trump.
Totally.
I've heard him say that.
Yeah.
Donald Trump said this quote. He made this statement during a campaign rally in Pennsylvania in 2016. Number 13. I'm really good at science. I know more than most scientists.
Yeah, it's a totally Trump thing.
That's a Trump one.
chat.
That is, in fact, ChatGPT.
Oh, that's so. It sounds so fucking Trumpy.
Dag nabbit.
I have the best ideas. Nobody has ideas like me.
Trump. I've heard him
Trump,
say that,
Trump.
I think.
That is ChatGPT.
Oh, no. You're
nah,
lying.
Fact check.
Nah, he
Fact
said
check.
that off the record.
He might have said that at some point, but there's not a quote that I was able to
Okay.
find.
All right.
That was a ChatGPT.
About to fucking
Number
Google it.
15. I have the best hair. Nobody has hair like me.
Oh, it's Chat.
Chad.
GTP.
Chat.
Fucking toupee looking ass.
Donald Trump said this quote.
Oh, my
he made
God.
this statement
You
during a
gotta
presidential
shit
debate
me.
in 2015.
Okay.
I'm pissed.
This is just bad.
This is horrible.
Number
guy's a
16.
piece of
I'm a
shit.
winner. I win at everything I do.
Chat.
Trump.
Donald Trump, in fact, said this quote. He made this statement during a campaign rally in Iowa in 2016. If you had watched our previous episode where we talked about how Trump decided he gave himself a handicap and won a
Oh, yeah,
golf
yeah.
tournament, that would explain everything.
God damn it.
Number 17, I have a great relationship with the computers. They love me.
Chat.
That is, in fact, ChatGPT. ChatGPT likes to refer to computers and robots.
Itself, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 18, I'm very humble, but also very confident.
No, that's totally Chat GTP. It doesn't
Chat.
sound
Yeah,
like
he's not
Chat.
humble. There's no way.
Wait.
Donald Trump said this quote. He made this statement during a campaign rally in Virginia in 2016.
Upset.
Number 19, I'm very good at math. I can do calculations in my head faster than anyone.
Trump.
Chat.
Trump.
That is ChatGPT.
Oh, well done.
Let's go.
Well done.
And number 20, I have the best memory. Nobody remembers things like me.
Trump.
That is, in fact, Donald Trump. He made this statement at a press conference in 2017.
So let me ask you, do you think with a memory like his, do you think he would have listened to this lineup of 20 different phrases and known every one that was his, or just assumed
Well,
they
he's
were
got
all
the
him?
he's got the best memory.
I know,
I got the best memory.
but do
I've
you
got
think,
the
I feel
good
like he would
memories.
just assume those were all him. He's like, no, I said that. I definitely said that.
I said this at some point, not on the record.
I'm a huge fan of the robots.
I'm a huge fan of the robots. Have you seen the Transformers movie? Have you seen
I saw this documentary, Transformers.
Autobots? Roll out.
Oh, how scary would that be? If
Oh,
it was
man.
a Trump
Goodness.
bot or something.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, so I told you about Jerry Jonestown came up with that whole thing. They've
Yeah.
got 4 hours of Javier. They could easily get Trump's voice and do the same thing. They could do it with anybody. That's real technology that's out there. It's really scary, but it's also really fun. Unless y'all got anything else, I don't have much more.
JaeBoy, let's go ahead and finish this up with any plugs like social media. We talked
Yes.
about the album and all that, but what do you want to finish up by saying?
I'm gonna finish up by saying my album's coming out. I'm fine. March 3rd. I have the release party at the studio, SG Studios, on March 5th, 6 to 8. We're gonna do a meet and greet. We're gonna do photos. We're gonna have a really fun time. We're gonna listen to the album. I will talk in depth with each and every track that I do, my thought process, all that good shit. And I'm going to be on the cover of Fort Worth Weekly tomorrow in physical copy. So go to wherever you find your Fort Worth Weekly stuff. I would recommend going to Tulips because that's where I saw it first. I don't know where else it is.
Everywhere.
So,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Weekly.
But I'm going to Tulips. Just
Go there.
go there.
Get the paper. Find JaeBoy. Get a signature. Put it up on your wall.
Yes.
I plan on doing that.
Yeah,
I
we
plan
need
on
to have
doing
that for the in here.
If you're over there by Montgomery Plaza, go to Angela's Barbecue. They got a Fort Worth Weekly stand there. They got one outside of M&O Burger.
Oh, shit. Cool.
They got one outside of the Brahms on University and White Settlement Road.
Yeah.
Lola's.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the address here, Javier? I think they got one out front.
It is one.
No.
Okay.
It is.
The address is one. Good luck finding it.
6969 Butthole Plaza.
But
And they can find you on social media where?
they can find me on social media at _JaeBoy JaeBoy spelled JaeBoy. On Instagram, that's where I'm most active. If you need to talk to me about anything, I cannot stress it enough. DM me, I will answer. I will talk to you in depth about whatever you're going through. That's part of the reason why I made this album, so you can feel free to talk to me and everything.
It won't be ChatGPT.
It will not be ChatGPT. I swear to God, I'm totally authentic. But thank you guys so much for having me
Man,
on.
thanks
It
for
is
coming
so
on.
great.
Yeah, and thank you for spreading the word of mental health and like what good it could do to talk to somebody. Thank you so much for that.
Of course.
Hey, thanks for everybody for chatting with us on YouTube live. Also, make sure you follow us on all social medias at The Funky Panther. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're this close, and if you're watching us, but you're not because you may be listening, we're this close to hitting over 400 subscribers on our YouTube, so we're continuing to try to grow that. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find all of this at thefunkypanther.com, and you can always call, text, leave a voicemail, 817-677-0408. Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Javier.
And we're the
Mark it.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm fine.
It's always you doing that, so I just had to.